time the audio is going to work, unlike the last two sessions where I didn't get any of your audio, which sucks because I would have loved to have the audio from the last one. To recap, you guys are stuck in a time. Everyone but Griff at this point is in a time loop or aware of a time loop that's happening.
Yeah, I'm going into the future like a normal person.
And it occurred to me, I just said everything went black, when the sky darkens and comes down to get you. I failed to point out it was pretty painful and traumatic death as you feel yourself being eaten alive by what feels like sentient darkness or something. So I'll throw that in there.
Like the Langoliers?
Yeah, probably. Well, not the TV version. The TV version was like little ball things, right? Maybe that was even in the book. I don't know. But yeah, not dissimilar actually. Anyway, Eric wakes up tied to a chair. I think that's where we ended at the end of a loop, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are planning on doing.
I want to figure out where.
I mean, from my perspective, each day that it begins, I mean, unless we come up with something else that I need to be doing, like I'm just waiting for my time, basically.
Yeah, I assume so. The reason I keep saying Dirk wakes up tied to a chair, right? You are the first person awake, so that's just my statement for the new loop starting.
What's the guy's name that has the cultish dagger?
Well, at the end of the day, it's Rudy.
Rudy has it eventually.
Is there a way we can track down Rudy's series of events? Like where he has the dagger and brings it, or he ends up with it? If we can shortcut this, that'd be good.
All right, well, you're all awake then.
I can't wait until the party tonight. I'm pretty excited. I think I'm gonna go window shopping.
Griff is not in on this. Oh yeah, it failed with. We ended the session with Dirk failing to kill Griff. I think I don't remember how you died, axe to the head or something, but. Anyway, I don't know what your guy like. What's your new pattern now? Do you guys just meet up every morning, or?
Sounds good.
Where at?
Let's meet at the inn where we're staying.
Well, not everybody's dead, right?
Nope, nobody's dead right now. What do you mean?
Sorry, not everybody's in the loop.
Griff is the only one not in the loop.
Okay.
We'll fix that later.
Does he mind?
Going to
What do you mean, does he mind? I don't think he knows. That's the entire point.
If you're saying if you wake up and you're like, hey, let's go meet the other guys, I mean, that's up to Andrew, but I doubt that's out of the ordinary for you guys on any given day. I believe his current day involved polishing his sword or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, and then I was going window shopping because we have the party tonight.
Yeah.
And, drinking and roughing people up in town if they're looking suspicious.
Yep.
All right, Rocco communicates his plan is to go to the warehouse early as possible. Wait for Rudy, who comes and goes, and then follow him when he leaves.
All right, so at this point, Griff might have questions, but I'll leave that to you.
Well, I'm not telling it to him.
Oh, okay. He's drinking downstairs.
What, to me?
We'll go shopping and save what's her name, and maybe,
How do you save what's her name? Cordelia. How do you save her? What does that look like?
I'll go to her shop, and if she says something about she's going to tell us to watch those guys across the street.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Last time when we told her,
distract them is what she asked.
Right. Distract. When we told them they followed her, and one of them died. Was that right? Did Cordelia live?
God, I don't remember now what I told you.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know that you ever found out the outcome, actually. Maybe.
I think you told us.
Yeah, I feel like maybe one of them did die. I don't remember. Well, clearly you asked in a different way last time. This time it could turn out totally different.
That's true.
So you're telling her, hey, they're actually helping you.
Like, yeah, they're after somebody that's after you.
While that's going on, Al gets roughed up a little and interrogated.
Okay.
Just a reminder to him that he does spend every day of the cycle getting beat up a bit. It's probably not fun.
Yeah, sounds terrible.
And you start every cycle fatigued. All right.
Wait, I started every cycle what?
Fatigued.
Oh yeah.
But whatever. I'll add that to you if we ever get in a place where that matters. All right, Rocco. What were you saying you wanted to do? You're talking to Trent.
I tell Trent I'm going to run to the warehouse. I want to see where Rudy's coming and going from. That's not the warehouse.
Are you sneaking that?
Trent, are you doing anything?
Who?
You, Eric. Are you doing anything?
Oh.
Going with, or are you just doing something else, or hanging out, or
probably go help with Cordelia and such first.
Okay.
I thought we were still under the wait until we can get everyone in the loop, and since that didn't work last night.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get the dagger first, so.
Yep.
You guys find out it didn't work, and Griff is completely oblivious this morning because I don't think any of you were there to watch.
Nope.
Dirk failed to murder him, but all right. So it's maybe 9 in the morning, maybe like 9:30 after you talk to Cordelia. I assume Griff is with Trent too. Trent and Bernard. All right. So let's cut to what were you guys doing after Cordelia? Just so I know what's coming next.
Go shopping and pick up some clothes.
Okay. So you're doing general day stuff, right? Let's go over to Rocco then.
Yep.
Rocco, you head over to where you know the warehouse is, and you're, on the street leading up to it, and then tell me what you're doing from there.
I'm gonna find a vantage point where I can see where he comes and goes from.
So, to you, what does that mean? A nearby building, an alley, a rooftop?
Like an alley, like in the darkness.
While give me a stealth roll.
Okay. Can I heal up? I should heal up.
Yeah, you should be. I believe everybody should be full when the day starts.
We're playing with current, right?
I think I said I was going to fix that, and instead I copied your hurt guy, so that was dumb. I just murdered Dave. Dirk, on the other hand, is not full every day, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's not bad. All right, so you're finding a vantage point, and you're waiting to see when Rudy shows up?
I want Rudy to come and then leave, and I want to follow him.
I got you.
From the warehouse.
So he shows up around 10. He's in there for maybe half an hour, maybe a little longer. During that time, Dirk, you're getting beat up extra more. That's really when most of the interrogation happens, is when Rudy's around. Otherwise, they really don't mess with you too much unless you're getting lippy or something. And you were following him. Rudy did not seem to notice you coming in or going out, but now you're going to try shadowing him? Like, trailing him?
Yeah, but I want to keep plenty of distance.
I understand.
Okay.
Give me another stealth roll.
Okay.
Give you a plus 20, so that you're at a plus 3. You got good rolls tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Rudy is heading in the direction of what you know to be his house. He goes past it. He kind of looks around. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception starts with P. There it is.
Dude, you're nailing the rolls today. You can tell that Rudy has spotted you, but is pretending like he didn't.
What?
So he's just past his house a little bit. He's looking. Okay, who went with Dirk when he checked the hidey hole? Did anyone, or was it just Dirk?
I did.
No one.
Okay.
No.
I
We
feel
went
like-
with to check his house, but I don't believe Al has ever allowed anyone to know about the existence of the hole.
Okay. Out of character, just for context. He's near where his hidey hole is, but you don't know that. He was doing a really good look around. He seems to have spotted you. He pretends he doesn't, and now you see him, walking off in the direction of the barracks. You know, though, he's onto you at this point. So
He must have rolled really well.
he did roll pretty well, yeah. No, wait. Yes, he rolled really well. He rolled a 6. He rolled really badly for not letting on that he saw you, though. He rolled a 91.
Okay.
I mean, you're not a super stealthy guy. You're not
That's
terrible,
fair.
but
That's
you're
fair.
not great. And this was a place where he was specifically trying to make sure someone doesn't see what he's about to go do.
Do I think I could take Rudy?
What do you have to lose?
It depends what you mean. In like hand-to-hand combat, you don't like your odds. If you shoot him in the back, yeah, you got better odds. He does wear a breastplate. I'll tell you this. I don't remember who I told last week. If you guys find that you keep repeating the same stuff over and over in the same way, like on future cycles, I'll be giving you incremental bonuses as it goes. Like tomorrow, if you shadow him, you're going to know better. Okay, he's about to turn around at this point. I'm going to you'll start getting added bonuses. It might take a few iterations before you get there.
Or I could just.
And there's always going to be times where stuff gets variable and it throws all your bonuses out. Combat is
Yeah.
probably the biggest one for that after a round or two. So anyway,
When he
letting
did
that out
have
there.
the dagger, could I see it on his person? Is it
He
tucked
was-
into?
I don't know that you ever saw it on him, but let's assume that Dirk told you. It was tucked into his belt. That's where Dirk liberates it from when he dies.
Can I make a perception check to see if he has it
And
on him?
he did. Yeah, you can absolutely. A plus 40. Yeah, he did not have he did not visibly have the dagger on him. But I mean, you could shoot him and find out.
No. No, I would need him. Come
I
back
just
with the dagger.
I want you to know, you guys do whatever you want with your characters. I want you all to know, though, you have my permission to do whatever the fuck you want in any given loop. Part of what's fun to me is this. You guys can do
Adam wants
crazy
to.
shit.
Therefore, Rocco wants to, but we need to get the dagger to get everyone in the loop.
Yeah.
So against my natural desires, I'm going to back away.
All right.
Rejoin the group.
You eventually find them window shopping, I guess. Getting fancy clothes. I don't know.
Yeah,
So I've gone to check your stream and I don't see it at all.
Really?
But maybe I'm stupid.
No, I just have it private. Let me fix it.
Oh, okay.
Is there a way for me to fix it right now? I'll have to do it after. Actually, that might be a good way to do it anyway. Audio should be working though. I see on OBS.
Well, no, I can't
the
check
levels
the
are
audio,
broken.
but okay. Okay.
It should be working, but I'll do that next time. I made the last 2 streams private just because the audio didn't work, and I didn't want anyone who happened to see it being they wasted their time, basically. Anyway, sure, you guys are together again, except for Al. Everyone seems to be really quick about knowing exactly what clothes they want to wear and what they're ready for the party. Well, actually, for you guys, this is only your second or third iteration, depending.
right.
Actually, so I'd be interested if you guys keep notes of how many times you've looped and any interesting ways you've died, because I don't know. I just feel like that would stick with you a little bit. I mean, I'm not giving you corruption or anything like that, or that's not what I mean. That'd be an interesting data point in the life of your character, knowing how many times you looped. Rocco was first, and then it was Trent and Bernard, or was it Rocco and Bernard the same day? I don't remember now.
It was Trent and Bernard first.
Yeah.
Because he got lucky on the stab with me. I hope this works or something to that effect and stabbed me, and then went and stabbed Dave while he was asleep.
You're right. Rocco was trying to run there, but he beat Rocco to the barracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
An asshole stabbed me in my sleep.
So you guys are a loop ahead of Rocco. I think Rocco died the next day.
Yes.
And then
no, 2 after.
2 after, and you've all had
because right after we, or was it the one right after?
We tried to finish one without getting everybody in the loop, and that didn't work out.
Yeah, because the one after we woke up, we went and rescued him.
Yeah, that was
before he could get the dagger, I believe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, you guys have only been through a couple loops so far, I guess, 2 or 3.
Yes.
New and exciting. All right, you're all together. I don't know what you're doing. If you're just waiting until Al gets out at night, or you're breaking him free early, or you have other plans, but let me know.
Well, I mean, when he gets out, he knows where the dagger is, so he can get it for us. So
that's true. You guys going to the party in the meantime?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything special during the party that you haven't? Are you doing one of the things you've already done in a loop, or are you doing something new?
Tell my story even better.
I think
it's getting real good. Yeah.
If everybody was in the loop but me, it would be amazing if, like, Dave's character jumped up on the table and stabbed the merchants in the face. Or, something crazy. Just for fun.
Groundhog Day, where Bill Murray was using his loops to impress Andy McDowell?
Yeah.
Like, figure out all the buttons to press?
Yeah, that's what you're doing with...
I'm doing that with What's-Her-Face.
Yeah, it's working. That's why it was so funny to me when you were doing those rolls the first time. I'm like, yeah, this will get better. Yeah, you're doing a lot better this time around. Granted, I think this is only your second one, but you're improving. Dave,
I'm not trying to get her in bed or anything. I'm just trying to get her good graces.
I'm not sure that'd be a realistic goal in a day anyway. Bernard is telling an amazing story.
Okay. I'll switch up every once in a while just to see if something works better than the other.
Is it entirely true but told very well, or does it have embellishment?
I would rather it be true. Yeah.
He's just figuring out the best parts to tell that people actually respond to and like.
Yeah.
As far as escape and attack goes, are you guys blocking the cellar again, or what are you doing?
I think that works real good. So that it just fails to work for them.
Are you blocking the dude down there again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So once again, you usher all the staff out. It's weird. Everybody gives you side eye, but
we don't need to take the staff out. We know that they don't come out of the
True.
Cellar.
One of you would need to one of you would need to keep them from opening the cellar when the guy starts pounding on it.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway. Hey Al, explosion, dagger. Unless you're doing something different that night.
Why would I?
I don't know. You tell me. You got a dagger.
No, I think I'm good. It occurs to me that I don't think we set a rendezvous spot, so I'm just going to head to where Rocco and Trent stay because that's where I know to go.
All right. Eventually, the party ends. Everybody's shocked that what's his name, died, and there's a hole in the wall, and what's going on, and what was he even doing down there, and those 2 people are missing, and yeah. But eventually, I assume you guys go back to the inn.
Yeah.
Yep. Boarding house, but yes.
There's Dirk with the Dirk.
Guys, if you could, I know I need to get the dagger. But if you guys could get the dagger so that I could get less tortured, that'd be really cool.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where it is any earlier in the day?
No, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out.
Does he have it on any of his other visits or just the last one?
All I noticed is the last one.
He, Dirk, this is, always comes to you guys looking pretty disheveled, you bloody, bruised. He's at like, I don't remember the first. I think you were at around 4 hit points or so.
I thought 4 was what I lost from the explosion, but I thought I shielded myself better.
That's right.
Subsequent things.
Yeah,
so I don't know what I've lost during the day.
What even are? Wait, why can't I? Oh, I gotta re-put your tokens. Versions of you guys don't exist anymore. Yeah, I don't know. What your max health is 11. You're probably around like. They do beat the shit out of you. You're probably getting better at answering in a way that gets you minimal beatings though. So yeah, let's say you're only down like 4. You're like 7 out of 11 at the end of every one of those cycles. You're also fatigued, which if you in this case you got to the end and you spent some time waiting, fatigue's gone. As long as you get a chance to like do some resting, the fatigue goes away, like 20 minutes or so.
Sure.
Anyway, there you guys are. There's Dirk. Sorry I interrupted. Continue.
Okay.
Your party's been acting real weird today.
Yeah, who beat you up?
Rudy.
Oh man, let's go get him.
He's dead.
Let's go get his head.
I think that it's probably a bad idea. There's probably a lot of people at the exploded warehouse where I was being held. So I've been thinking about it, guys. And I think we should try again with the dagger, like trying to destroy it. I don't know, like, but we should figure out. Maybe we need to talk to people to see if they have ideas on how to like nullify the magic on the dagger, or maybe we can start bringing in people that have a lot of power, like the captain of the watch, bringing her in on the loop, or at least trying to.
I like those ideas. We have the dagger, right?
Yes, I have it.
Yes.
Rent the dagger.
Maybe if you use it again, it will
maybe lay down. You're not making a lot of sense there.
I don't know if we want to use the dagger on like too many people.
No, I agree. It has to be people that we trust, but I think if we brought in someone who was high up and had some influence, that could really make the earlier day a lot easier for us. So, but if you guys aren't comfortable with that, how
would we go about researching this? Can we even figuring out the dagger or the loop or whatever?
Well, I can't read, so I can't go to the library or anything. I think it'd have to be like discussions with maybe priests or I don't know. Maybe Trent, have you had a chance to check with your inquiries with your church?
I mean, I haven't really tried, but I doubt they'd have anything to add.
Okay, as long as
magic items aren't really a church thing.
There are sages in town you could try hiring. As far as like just going to the library, that's not really an option for the average scrub. It's not like there's a public library, right? But there are sages you could hire to seek their expert knowledge on things. Potentially, if you knew any wizards.
Do we know any wizards?
Or hire a wizard. The only one you haven't seen.
We know Cordelia trained to be one at one point. That's about it.
That's true. There's the lady you hauled back from that tower, but no one's seen her since you brought her back. So
All right, this is going to sound crazy. I want you guys to kill me again with the dagger.
Griff will, stand up, be confused. It does sound crazy.
Do it before I change my mind.
All right, I do it.
All right, well, there's no rolls needed there since he's asking for it. Just curious.
I think he has to make a cool check at least.
Adam.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I think this will be fine. Doing it to yourself might be harder, but you're just standing there, closing your eyes.
When I stab him, I yell, "For science!"
Cool check might be for like how cool you look doing it, like how nervous you look as it's coming, or if you're very stoic. That said, where do you cut his neck? Do you stab him in the heart? What do you do? Do you make it slow and painful? Like what's your system?
Heart.
All right. Yeah. He gets a little flashback to the first time. Okay, Griff, how do you feel about all that? The rest of your party is just kind of like, oh yeah, this is normal.
I'm gonna go to the spotted pig.
I assume you guys are like in one of your rooms doing this, right?
Yeah.
All right, Griff's leaving. Rocco's dead. Dagger's bloody. At this point, you got maybe like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that, before your night's up. Is there anything else anyone's doing?
Do we want to decide on meeting times and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I think we should see if we want to try and together bring in Griff. If not, that's cool. We can just leave him out of the loop for now. Well, I mean, because I think I'm going to fail, especially since I killed. Like, he's going to definitely be ready since I killed Rocco.
Okay.
There's no chance I'm doing it alone tonight. So if you guys want to help, then maybe we have a chance. Otherwise, we can wait till tomorrow. But yeah, where should we? I mean, are we meeting here? Or is there another place we think would be better to meet?
Do we want to? Well, let's see. You said he didn't have it on him the first 2 times he came during the day, but he did on the third.
Yeah.
And that was about the same time we were at the party. Is that right?
Yeah, it's about a half hour before the explosion.
Does the explosion happen while we're at the party? Or is the party over by then?
No, it's happening about the same time as the Skaven attack. It's not like synced up or anything, but it's roughly the same time as the Skaven attack.
All right. Well,
8 p.m.-ish if you had a watch on.
Chronometer. Okay. Let's see.
Al, Rudy comes 3 times. He comes in the morning when Rocco saw him this morning. He comes again around 2-ish when that other dude who's in the warehouse with you gets beaten to death. And then he comes again, maybe 30 or 40 minutes before the explosion, which is, the first time from your perspective is when Hans showed up and murdered him. So that all happened before the explosion even happened. Murdered you.
Right.
Too. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess we could set up some meeting times and places. If we're actually going to come get you before the 3rd time he shows up, we need to know where the dagger is. Most likely.
Well, so obviously Rocco wanted to die again to see if he's out of the loop. Assuming he's still in the loop tomorrow, did he tell me that he went to go and failed to try and get the dagger when I was complaining about how I was getting beaten up? Or not?
I don't know. Did he?
I'll leave that up to Adam if you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I think that tomorrow it's it's like I think that's the key is trying to figure out the path that he's taking, and Rocco can work on that. You guys want to help, that's cool, but you're not really stealthy, so I think that's the key is trying to recreate his day so that we can get access to the dagger earlier. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be very helpful with that.
Right. Let's see. I don't know. I guess we could. Let's see. Do we know his? Hopefully, Rocco told us at least something before we offed him about his general day pattern, whatever.
I told you everything.
Okay, everything.
Everything.
I know everything. All right. Is there anything we want to do different tomorrow besides just spend time trailing this guy? I think every day should be helping out Cordelia. Go into the party. Do we all want to go to the party, or do some of us want to stay out and try to intercept Rudy?
I think until we know more about the whereabouts of the dagger, it doesn't really pay to do that. So I think for tomorrow, no, but maybe in future, perhaps.
Right. All right. I think we're.
You do anything with Griff tonight or no?
No.
Okay.
Tonight, Griff lives.
So eventually the darkness will come and get you. Is that your preferred manner of going out, or are you going to jump off a bridge first or something?
No, I'll let it happen.
All right, everyone's done for the night? Yeah? Speak up if not.
No, I'm done.
Griffin, you're just doing what you messaged me for the rest of the night?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, Dirk wakes up tied to a chair. And it's, morning. You guys, I don't remember where you said you were going to meet up, but.
So the important thing is, does Rocco remember anything?
Rocco remembers.
Boo.
All right, that didn't get you out of the loop.
You got a phantom pain in your chest. Memory of being stabbed. I think you were asleep the first time.
No, I was asleep the first time.
I think he was too. I think
I was too.
I think Dirk got him in his sleep. I think Trent's.
Yeah, so far Trent is the only one who's died but was awake for it.
Well, I mean now Rocco, obviously, but.
Well, yeah.
All right, walk me through what you're doing.
Rocco's going to the place where Rudy spotted him and being even more stealthy.
Oh, so at this point you're actually waiting there for him to come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you I'll give you a stealth roll with a bonus. Is there anything else you're doing? Is it like I'm picking the best alley I can, or are you like doing any other? I don't know what you're trying to do. Like if it's just you take the bonus I give you, that's fine.
I mean, I'm using the knowledge I learned from the last loop.
That's where the bonus
where he was looking around. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you like window shopping, or are you just sitting behind a trash can? What are you doing?
I'm not trying to give you ideas. I was just like, are you on a roof now? Are you in disguise? Like shit like that. It sounds like no. You're stealthing better. Is your attempt?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll at +40. What's your previous stealth roll? Better. Well, he still sees you again this time. God damn it. This dude is so paranoid.
He should be.
But you're pretty sure. All right. You chose a totally different spot. Well, here's probably how this plays out. He probably doesn't see you till after he goes down that alley and checks his hidey hole. But when he comes back out, he ends up walking past the new spot you checked. or hiding and notices you. And pretends he doesn't, but you can tell he does. So things are a little different. It progressed a little farther, but definitely he caught on to you. But the next time maybe you'll know, okay, now after this I switched to the other side and blah blah,
Maybe I can get on the roof where I'm assuming he's not looking up, probably.
You probably have really good you probably won't be seen at all on a roof, but you'll have a harder time following him after. Unless you're like jumping between roofs, which is its own thing. So it's all trade-offs
roof next
depending on how you do it. Okay. Either way, like, you're iterating on it, you're getting better. It's just today was not the day. You don't have the stealth skills, and he is hyper alert and paranoid during this. All that said, all right, the rest of the day, tell me anything else you guys are doing that's outside the ordinary before you meet back up at the end.
I think we're doing the same Cordelia thing and the same party thing every day, and Rocco is trying to get better at tailing people.
I will say yesterday you probably did hear Cordelia was killed, as was one of the bounty hunters, and a woman with a scarred face was severely wounded and fled. And people are looking for her. She's wanted, so now other bounty hunters are out looking for her.
Yeah.
So the warning doesn't seem good enough.
Okay.
At least as you're currently doing it.
Then maybe we should take some action.
Well, let's try and do it the opposite way somewhat. Rather than talk to Cordelia at all, go over to the bounty hunters, be like, we know why you're here. She's going to be meeting her contact at this boarding house. Go there and set up instead.
So the times, like yesterday when she died, after you warned her, she was actually killed right outside her shop, like as she was leaving, for what it's worth, out of the boarding house. But it also happened probably closer to like 2 p.m. Whereas the time like you guys went in, you guys made the distraction. She left earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But still, that's why I'm going to go tell the other guys. It's like, go ahead and leave here, head to this location.
Give me a charm roll, maybe.
Sure.
Like they're gonna have a hard time believing you, essentially, but maybe they will.
Griff doesn't believe you.
I can do it, I guess.
Sure.
Yours is technically better than mine.
Technically? Okay.
What do you have?
50.
Oh, never mind. Yours is a lot better than mine.
So you say, I know
there's someone I thought that had a 31, and I have a 30.
You're after this bounty. Tell me exactly what you're telling him again. I'm sorry.
I'm aware that you're seeking the bounty on the scarred-faced lady.
The witch
We know that she's at this boarding house. Just thought you might be interested.
Okay. They seem pretty surprised you know who they are and why they're there.
Yeah, I would leave earlier rather than later, and she's kind of dangerous. From what I've seen,
it's your boarding house that you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little confused because you've never seen her at your boarding house other than at that one exact time. Is that what you're telling them? She's going to be there at this time?
Oh, fine. How about this loop? We shadow her without her knowing it and determine where the Scarface lady catches up with her.
Okay.
Apparently,
if we don't provide the distraction, you mean?
Well, we know that she was. If she stays here a long time, she's attacked right outside. If she leaves early, it's at the boarding house. So she obviously picks her up sometime between those two, and you can just follow to the boarding house, maybe.
Well, no, it sounded like the two options right now are we provide a distraction at noon so she can go to the boarding house and the fight starts there.
Right.
Or we do nothing. She hangs out here until 2:00 and gets attacked as soon as she leaves her building.
I think the issue is that Dave's guy doesn't know about what happens at the boarding house because he wasn't brought into the loop that day.
Oh shit, you're right. He never was.
Wait,
no, wait a minute.
No, me and Dave were.
They were, because that loop has been every loop until you guys got
Okay.
Yeah.
And Trent and Bernard were the first breakout of it. So yeah, they know.
Okay.
Rocco might not. I don't really remember if you guys did it on Rocco's loop or not.
No, on Rocco's loop, we went and told her, "Hey, they're here to
Yeah.
help you. Don't hide from them."
So Rocco has no memory of that whole thing with Cordelia in the boarding house and the bounty hunter and Griff going out the window. And okay,
Right.
Griff's cool moment. Nobody remembers.
I remember.
Never mind. Trent and Bernard remember.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the other thing we could do, Bernard, is play along with being the distraction, but almost immediately go over and be like, "Hey," as soon as they tell us they were bounty hunters against the witch hunter, go, "Oh, well, let's go follow her and catch back up."
Okay.
And take them into the fight with us.
All right. Let's do that.
All right, spell that one out for me. I didn't completely follow.
We'll go over.
We go to Cordelia.
Action purposes.
Yep.
We'll get our free potions. We'll get our free potions, and we'll go over for the distraction. And when they tell us they're actually after the Scarface lady, we'll be like, oh, well then maybe she's in danger. You should come with us right now because we know where she's going.
She's about to there. All right.
Yeah.
And then you go there. All right.
Yeah.
And then that way it's 6-on-4 instead of, or 6-on-1 instead of 4-on-1.
All right. So, you guys get there. You know exactly where you're going this time. Last time you kind of had to ask around to try to figure out where she was going.
Yeah.
Before you realized she was basically at your own location. Let's see. These guys are coming with. To unkill him. Unkill her too. Basically, I need to switch all these NPCs to be copies and like make copies when they come out rather than be the same one, because otherwise I have to reset their shit every time. Let me figure out how to do that real quick. Unlink actor data. Done. Some ones. Almost done. All right. She's wounded too. Cordelia, Alexander, Hannah, bounty hunters. Not two of them. There we go. Okay. God damn it. This one's still dead. Gotta fix her. Okay, you guys come into the boarding house and are heading up the stairs. You letting the bounty hunters go first, or are you going first?
We'll just like intersperse with them, I guess.
They seemed pretty skeptical of you, but you did a pretty good charm roll on them. And
Okay. I'll head up.
but you can tell they're going to be real pissed if it turns out you're, effing with them. You see Hannah Bowman leaning against the door, listening right now. The person who has the bounty on her. She's probably not really aware of you. She's not expecting any trouble.
Okay. Then we'll let her go in, hopefully.
Well,
no, they're going to want to probably
Why?
claim the bounty right now, so I'm going to let them.
All right. If they charge in first, yeah.
as encumbered. What the hell? This guy, as set up by the module, is fixed. Hannah, you're coming with us, dead or alive. She doesn't even know who the hell they are, but she turns and fires a pistol at him.
Wait, the lady they're chasing is listening at the door?
Yeah, that's who.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought you
Cordelia is the person. Hannah is the woman.
Cordelia
okay.
and her
Let me back
swords
it up then.
are in the room.
Yep.
Okay.
The
All
person
right.
waiting to kill them seems to be listening at the door.
All right, fine. Yeah, I'm fine with them going first. Go right ahead.
Okay.
Didn't know she had a pistol, but yeah, she can take that shot.
Yeah,
I don't think she had
they
a
can.
pistol last time.
didn't she?
Or did she?
Maybe she
Okay.
dropped it.
She did, but we were
Nope.
we were in a Mexican standoff.
No, you're right. She didn't have a pistol. My mistake.
Otherwise, we put a pistol for half a day for all this happened.
This was just based on me looking at her image where she has a gun, but nope, she didn't.
She had a normal sword and almost no money.
Yep, that's all
She's
she
real
had. So
lame.
this guy's got a crossbow. So this goes a little differently then. So it's Ingrid and Yannick here. Yannick's the guy, Ingrid's the girl. Yannick's got a crossbow trained on her. And he's like, come with us, dead or alive. She draws her sword. And he will fire at her. Are you guys even going to get involved in this? Or should I just tell you how it goes?
It looked like they got it covered.
Only if it goes badly for the two of them. And even then, it might be after it goes completely badly.
In a perfectly... when she ambushes them, it does not go well for them.
Sure.
We'll see here. This is going to set the basis for future days. If you play it out the same way. Which you probably only will if it works. So let's see. So he fires at her with the... God damn it. Gotta load his weapon. He fires at her with his crossbow. Crits her in the arm. Makes her primary arm useless for 1 round. It's good for her. But yeah, she's drawn her sword, and he puts a crossbow bolt right into that arm. She drops the sword. Thumps back against the door, and then she's going to make a run for it. Ingrid has her sword drawn, but you can tell she's pretty inexperienced, and she doesn't actually move forward to engage. Hannah tries bursting through this door next to her, which might be one of your rooms. Now that I think about it, was this one of your rooms right here? I can't remember.
So.
I think this is where I had
been.
Rocco was one. I don't know. Let's just say it's yours. She's gonna make an athletics check. She turns out is not very good at. She gets through the door because I don't think they're particularly well made here, but she stumbles. She doesn't get very far. She kind of like bursts through and drops on the other side of the door. Are you guys doing anything? You're just watching how it plays out.
These guys wanted the bounty. Let them have it.
She left Cordelia alone at this point, so yeah.
He drops his crossbow. They move up. Cordelia. He's again, saying, "You don't have to die here. You can come with us alive." Even though she'd totally be murdered through the judicial system. She will dive out the window and almost certainly die, but let's find out. Holy shit!
Is there a hay wagon under that window too?
There is not a hay wagon under that window. There is a nearby building. She actually gets out the window, jumps to a nearby building. Her arm is really fucked up, but it was only for a round.
Well, I'm gonna run to the window and aim a gun. It's gonna be great.
So you see that she does like kind of an amazing jump from this building to the one nearby, grabs onto the outside, and starts trying to climb her way down, but because of her arm injury, she loses her grip and falls. And takes a whole lot of damage, and if she's not dead, she's bleeding out down on the cobblestone there. So effectively, they got her.
All right.
Now, whether or not it plays out exactly the same if you don't come with, who knows about that? But you got a little butterfly effects there. But
yeah, I'm fine coming with if that's all we have to do is, hey, come on, let's go.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. So they rush. He gathers up his crossbow. They rush back downstairs, and she's basically dead at that point, bleeding out. And they haul her off, and they don't even say a word of thank you to you. If you go out there by them, then they might, but they certainly don't as they're running past you downstairs.
Yeah. Sure.
They haul her off for the bounty, assuming nothing else happens there.
I mean, I'll knock on the door and let Cordelia know what all was actually going on. And that they won't be following her now.
She seems very surprised to hear you. She did hear the shouting, though. And she thanks you profusely, and no one's wounded this time, so she doesn't have to offer you potions from that perspective. Like, I think she had additional time. You do have the discount in the future in her shop.
Sure. Did we believe that she might have some knowledge about this dagger? Or some kind of insight? Where to go to get information or anything?
I mean, maybe. She's the closest we know of anything in the way of magic use. At this point.
Do we think it's worth asking?
If you want to.
Would we want to do it here? I guess that's the other question.
Well, yeah. What exactly are you asking about this obviously evil dagger?
We don't have the dagger yet either.
That we don't have in hand.
Yeah. Just hey, do you know? Well, I don't know. How do I say? Hey, how do you prevent time travel in a kind of a generic kind of way? I don't know. I mean, maybe we should ask her. Hey, if we've got a magical dagger that's having an adverse effect on people, is there a way to figure out how to prevent that? Do you actually need the dagger for that kind of thing?
I feel like, Dave, on a meta level, if you stop the dagger from doing the time loop, then you'll just be eaten by darkness and be dead forever.
Sure. Maybe we need to prevent the darkness from coming, and we don't know if it's actually. For all we know, the dagger has nothing to do with the darkness. The dagger is actually saving our lives, and if
I feel like
being in the loop, the darkness eats us, and we're all dead.
Yeah, it's an obviously good dagger, I think.
Yeah, it's an obviously good dagger.
All right. So you after she thanks you and everything. And things have settled down, you're posing a hypothetical to her about the dagger? Is that what it was?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Hit me with that hypothetical one more time.
If a dagger is having an adverse effect on somebody magical wise, is Is there a way to figure out how to prevent it from doing its thing?
Give me a perception check and an intuition check.
A perception check and an intuition check? Perception. Uh-huh.
Who else taking part in this conversation?
I'm very interested in whatever the fuck Dave is talking about.
Yeah, I'll be helping with it. What were the checks again? Perception.
All right,
and
the intuition doesn't matter unless you make the perception.
Oh, wow.
So just do a perception for now if you're hanging out in this conversation.
Yeah.
I'll re-roll my perception.
Okay. Your situation is not improved.
God. Yeah, whatever.
She pauses for a minute, and then she's like, maybe if I saw the dagger, I could find something out. I still know a little bit. I still remember a little of my training.
Well, we've got somebody who is currently trying to retrieve this dagger.
What kind of adverse effect are you talking about?
Is her friend still there?
Yep.
Are we having this conversation in front of them?
That's up to you, but it's his room that they were in. So
yeah. I guess we trust her, right?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Look at the rest of the group, and I'm like,
you only need to trust her throughout the rest of the day, potentially.
Right.
Well, actually, that might not be true.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. This is the kind of information that could lead to a multi-day thing.
It has us reliving the same day over and over.
So yeah, we should have this conversation with her at like 11:30 p.m. where there's no time for her to do anything.
Sorry, you got to go to your meeting. Bye.
He is like studying your face, trying to figure out if you're crazy or lying, and
that's what Griff is doing too.
Ultimately, she seems to she thinks you think you're honest, at least. Give me one more perception test.
One more perception test. Perception. I'm having that alphabetical problem. Adam was. Somewhat better.
All right, now give me an intuition test, Dave.
I did that already.
I don't give me another one.
Oh, other world was really good. God damn it.
She glances at her buddy, like she's trying to think about what to say, and she's like, I mean, maybe if I saw the dagger, I could tell you more.
Well, we have somebody trying to retrieve it as we speak.
We do?
Well, I certainly owe you a favor. You bring it out. You bring it to me, and I'll take a look at it for you.
How? I kind of go over to Trent and say, how long do we normally have after we get the dagger before the day resets? Like hours, isn't it?
A couple hours, but there's also the fact that do we know where she lives? Because that would be kind of outside of her normal office or business hours.
I would ask her if I find this dagger, if we retrieve this dagger in say, 4 hours, where can we find you?
He lives above her shop.
Okay.
I believe.
That's cool. Let's do this.
I don't believe I've ever told you otherwise.
All right.
But now it's canon. All right. Who else was there? Griffin, Trent. You guys can both give me intuition checks too. If you want. You don't have to.
Yes, come on. Make the roll. Figure out she already knows what's going on.
Nope. All right, fair enough. No, it's not for that, for what it's worth. All right. Well, if you ever go through this conversation again, maybe it'll
play out different, maybe. Probably not.
So you Now what? Al's getting beat up. What are the rest of you doing?
Getting ready for a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Rocco rejoined us yet?
Did he succeed or fail today?
I failed and came to join you guys.
Okay.
You guys, maybe around like 1 o'clock that day, you're out and about doing your whatever. There's a bit of a commotion, and you hear people like cheering outside.
Outside. What?
I mean, I don't know, shop, a tavern, wherever you happen to be, right? I
Okay.
assume you're keeping yourself busy, eating lunch, whatever. There's a guy. You catch the tail end of him. There's a dude riding naked, on a horse down the road. You like catch him in the distance. His ass cheeks flapping.
Were we told about the other guy in the loop?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys might have to start keeping your own notes about what your character knows.
Yes.
I don't know.
We were told about him because that was one of the options Dirk wanted to try. Well, that Dirk considered is maybe we need to kill Hans. Problem is that Hans has been in the loop so long that he's like a master tier swordsman.
Super badass swordsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this dude's got a flagon of ale in one hand, and he's buck naked riding a horse and just whooping and hollering as he goes by.
Awesome.
People who see that just go out and give him a cheer, and that's it, because they think it's funny. Anyway.
All right.
Party. Same old stuff, and you end up meeting with Dirk after.
Yep.
All right, Dirk's there with the dagger.
All right, Dirk. We need to get over to Cordelia's.
If your party's been acting weird all day again, I mean,
yeah, I know.
For the first time.
The first time. This is
Well, Rocco's normally weird, but yeah, the other ones are.
This is the first time we've ever been weird.
And you don't know what all this weird talk about a dagger is, but then all of a sudden here's Dirk all beat up with a dagger. Like they knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, they're obviously keeping me out of the loop for some reason.
Because it's so hard to kill you.
It really wouldn't be if the three of us did it.
Well, yeah.
It'd be super easy if you didn't see it coming.
It's true.
And then when I'm done doing whatever Griff does until he gets bored, he can help you with whatever you want to do.
70 cycles of killing Rudy. All right. You got the dagger, and you're going to Cordelia's? Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you got probably about 3 hours, roughly.
Okay.
You go there, you knock on the door, she comes down with a lantern, lets you in.
All right.
Show her the dagger.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, she had a pretty good lore magic test there.
And what does when Griff is like, "Hey, what happened to you, Dirk?" What's the general answer going to be most of the time?
He cut himself shaving.
Yeah. I mean, just
You've been missing for like 2 weeks from Griff's point of view. You showed up with this dagger that they've been talking about, that they know all about, but I know nothing about. You've been exploded.
Yeah. Just in general, I will say, it's a long story. I promise I'll fill you in tomorrow.
Okay. That's good. That will certainly elevate his suspicions for tonight.
Now on, immediately shows up. Hey, buddy, haven't seen you in a while. I'll tell you about it later. All right, what does her super lore check give us?
So she tells you that she can actually see the winds of magic flowing over that thing.
What?
Well, I mean, that some mages have that. They have what's called second sight. They can actually perceive the winds of magic. So it's definitely magical. Like, She can tell that it's strongly magical. It
I will be right back.
is. I'm not going to pronounce it right. Probably it's Azyr is the Wind of Magic.
Azure. Okay.
Azir, I guess is what Google tells me. That's the blue Wind of Magic. And oh, that's the same one the tower had, actually. Wind, but it's also associated with foresight. So she would need some time to study this, but she can definitely tell it's strongly magical. She can tell you that it's tied to the magic of wind, foresight. I think you had mentioned. Had you mentioned what it does or no? I don't remember now.
We seem to be repeating the same day.
Okay, so she says that does fit with that, and she seems to actually like believe you now rather than politely humor you.
Okay.
And I mean, she's an alchemist, right? So she's doing like, I don't know, she's getting out various things and Bunsen burners and liquids, and she's dropping drops of stuff on it and testing it out, and like she's not sure how much she'll be able to tell you, but she's like, what kind of questions are you seeking to answer?
How is there a way to stop it, or
how did it like just did touch? Like she's probably been careful not to touch it so far. Like you pull it out, and she could obviously see it was magical right from there, and she's like, set it there. And she's like, is it just touching it made this happen, or?
No. Apparently, you have to die to it.
So Griff, you're there for this, right?
Well, I'm going to the spotted pig now.
After you hear that, or? Okay, that's fine. I want to make sure I know what you're doing at all times, because you're a wild card here, kind of. All right, same thing with the spotted pig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same spotted pig.
Off he goes.
All right.
She give me a charm test.
Another charm test.
Yeah.
No.
You get a plus 20.
Plus 20.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide how much she likes you.
There you go.
That's pretty good. She's like, really, we would need to show this to Alexander. He might have a better way of understanding what this is.
Alexander was the guy that you were meeting with tonight?
Yep. Well, yes, earlier in the day, not tonight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He might have a better way to delve into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna trust you here. Like he could be put to death. He does not have a license to practice magic. I'm gonna trust you, given that you also could probably be put to death for possessing this thing.
Well, that's okay.
But if you need help, he's the one who could. From the standpoint, there's nothing inherently evil about the guy practicing magic. It's not like the person who practiced the black magic or whatever. This is just simply he's an unlicensed practitioner. Oftentimes, particularly in small towns, that will be overlooked if the person is beneficial. But it is technically against the law, and it's the sort of thing where if a witch hunter wants to go kill your ass for it, absolutely nobody's going to say anything. Or it's just a good excuse to kill anyone if you want to kill them.
Would the watch actually have a problem with it?
The watch is not the police. I know it comes off that way sometimes. The watch is basically there to respond to minor shit and make sure the peasants don't uprise, really.
Well,
at least the watch in this town.
I guess then would the church have a problem with it?
That's a tough one.
I want to make sure that we're all
I feel like the Church of Sigmar, if they found him useful, would be willing to turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
But the Church of Sigmar is also very whatever's best for the Empire. It's an
It
Imperial.
really, yeah, it depends on which group you get. I'd probably be fine with him if he's going to help us out.
Okay.
The moment you sniff anything bad coming from him, then you'd be like, nah, this guy's no good. But so far,
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Sigmar is not one of the out and out magic must be destroyed. Some of the other gods are.
I just keep I keep an eye on Trent, make sure he's ready for his Warhammer, I guess. I'm okay. I'm okay having this guy, try some stuff out. But if it's going to cause a problem within the party,
you
I don't want that to
deny
happen.
it, huh? She still hasn't even touched it. She's like,
Yeah, we have. As a matter of fact, as our buddy is leaving, I'm like, he's the only one that has it, and we don't know if we should bring him in or not.
she says, I asked ChatGPT to give me a name for a sage in Warhammer.
Yeah.
Eldrick von Sternlicht. Sounds great. She gives you a name, Eldrick von Sternlicht.
Okay. Of the
He
New
might.
Hampshire Sternlicht.
He is very pricey, but he also might be able to. He's not a wizard. He's not going to like magic anything out of this, but he might have heard of this. There's various like she's like, yeah, there's some, I can see some runes etched on the blade here, like in magic. She'll sketch them out for you, like what she can see with her second sight.
Yeah, I ask her to dump as much knowledge as she can, because if we can't figure this out tonight, we're just gonna have to pick this up tomorrow, and kind of like to get a head start on it if we could.
She tells you what she can. She traces the runes she can see on it, like to you. I'm assuming any of you who can read or write can commit them to memory. Obviously, they mean nothing to you. They're just symbols. I guess you don't even have to read and write. You just have to have a good memory.
Right.
It's not like the paper's going to come with you anyway. And she gives you the name of the guy, but she's like, he's pricey. He might, especially if you need this, same day.
So what is
And she'll give you his address in the town too. He's in the wealthier area.
Well, what about her buddy?
He might be able to do something with it magically. She doesn't really know if he'll be able to. It's just she abandoned magic very early on. She can do still like cantrips, right, essentially. He might be able to do something else. He might not. But she's like, he's more likely than I am to be able to figure something out.
How about we go ask your buddy first? Is that cool? Can we do that?
I doubt you'll find him. He left town after the hubbub today because he didn't want any attention.
Okay. If we're going to show up tomorrow and have this same problem, which will be today again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to ask you to tell me something that only you would know if we said it. So, what is
She has a 59 intelligence. She's going to. She doesn't know how she'll react, obviously, but she will be like, "Here, come." She takes you back to the front room of the shop where her counter is. She's like, "Here's what's behind the counter," and this hasn't really changed because I closed up shop after the thing happened. Like, I've got, 8 bundles of mandrake here, and she goes off and lists like, here's what's here, here's what's here, here's what's here. If you could state all that to her, like maybe that would work, or at least we get you a start. She's like, no, you could have broken in my shop and looked at that, right? But
describe the layout of her personal apartment, maybe.
You know what? I had a pet pig when I was 12 until my uncle made me slaughter it. Its name was Penny.
Eldrick von.
Oh, not Penny. That's Adam's daughter. Let's do something else. I don't know. Give me a different name. Give me a pig name. Someone. Porky. There we go. Done.
Porky. Yeah. Okay.
She
I'm
didn't
sorry.
understand- She didn't understand the meaning of the name when her uncle suggested it. Very sad. Whether or not that'll convince her, who knows? But it'll help. It'll help get her around faster. Anyway, actually, she came around pretty fast. Honestly, she was willing to help you because of all the shit you did for her today.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, don't let me die to whatever tomorrow. Thanks.
Well,
she seems to completely believe this right now.
You dying, that hasn't happened yet. We gotta make sure that doesn't happen.
That absolutely has happened. You might be lying.
Yeah, that happened today.
I thought it was just the bad guys that are.
No, when you warned
No, the
them
one
and
time
then
we
you
just
went
told
off,
her that it was that they're bounty hunters after someone else, it didn't go well.
she died and one of them died. But then also the lady who died today, the Hannah, she escaped but was pretty badly wounded.
All right.
Is there a reason you guys aren't stabbing her with a dagger? She seems very useful.
We don't want her.
She does not want to touch that thing for what it's worth.
Yeah. I don't want to put her in the loop if there's going to be some adverse effect. I'm kind of upset.
She's already in a loop. She's just not aware of it.
Well, we'll.
That might not be true, she says, assuming you say this in front of her. Well, if you say this in front of her, she has a real bad opinion of you. Was that not in front of her? Okay, just making sure.
But not till only till tomorrow, unless you stab her.
Yeah, true.
We'll ask her again tomorrow. How's that?
All right. Anything else you guys are doing that night before it gets all dark?
How about we? Did she tell us where this guy lived? The other guy?
She tells you where his business is. It's in like the area. She gives you directions.
Oh. You just want to make sure that we can.
Wait. Which guy? The sage you're talking about, right?
Yeah, the sage.
Eldrick von Sternlicht.
Yes.
Liechtenstein. I feel like it should.
It's a Liechtenstein.
What was that from? Something von
What?
Liechtenstein.
First Night.
Was it? Okay.
Well, it's also
Von
from,
Liechtenstein.
Yeah. I enjoyed that movie despite it being pretty bad. It was a good time.
It's also a joke in Weekend at Bernie's. Liechtenstein was the painter that painted the big thing.
I haven't seen that movie in 30 years.
Yeah, I know. Nobody.
I don't remember anything other than like the 2-sentence summary of it. So. But now I'm gonna watch it again.
You should go watch it, Derek.
I will. It's a classic.
Awesome, man.
I watched Goonies with my kids this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fine.
Did they like it?
They didn't hate it, which I'll take, because honestly, it's getting hard to find movies. Anyway, anything else that night?
Probably not.
Dirk wakes up tied to a chair.
Damn it, this keeps happening.
You guys gonna get Griffin in on this at some point, or?
Probably.
I think we have to, like, Adam's got to source the dagger before they do new plans.
I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, are you doing this another? You're going up on a roof this time, right, Adam?
I'm bringing a ladder along this time.
Okay. I was gonna give you a nice bonus to your climb roll since you had lots of time, but yeah, if you bring a ladder, that'll work.
Okay.
You pull it up behind you.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, give me a stealth roll.
Okay. With a huge bonus.
Nope.
What?
This is for something else. Some guy comes out and yells at you, "What are you doing up there?" And then he just, after a minute, he just fucks off and goes about his day. But
Okay. Almost flashed my pistol.
definitely someone did see you go up there, but they quickly become unconcerned.
Okay.
So you come by, Rudy checks his hidey hole, looks around, doesn't see you at all, doesn't think to look up. Poor dumb bastard. Well, I mean, To be fair, he probably glances upward, but you're at this point you're positive so good, and I'm giving him such a negative that I'm not rolling it. And then he heads off towards the barracks, but this time he seems unaware of you. Do you want to try jumping rooftop to rooftop to follow him, or are you good enough knowing that's the direction he was going?
Have I checked the hidey hole?
I don't think so. That was up to you, I guess, but no, I never.
I shall check the hidey hole.
Yeah, it's empty.
I guess I follow him.
All right. Give me a stealth roll.
Weren't you previously asked not to be in the barracks? That happened, right?
Yeah, that was the loop, though. That's done. It was in the loop.
Okay.
Yes. To Dave's point, though, that's more because Trent and Rocco are not members of the Watch anymore, so just showing up is not a good thing unless we're actively coming to grab one of you two. Normally.
So
Rocco's a pretty affable guy. People like him.
you had to get back down off the roof. So with that stealth roll, there's one of two options. Either you caught up to him, but had to be obvious to do it.
I
or
also
you
need
just
to
couldn't catch
know
up to him while being stealthy.
if you're following him while carrying the ladder, or if you left the ladder behind.
I left the ladder behind. Sorry, what were the two options? I caught up to him and he saw me.
You basically had to hurry so much that he obviously becomes aware of you, or you're trying to play it safe enough, and just at some point you're like, I'm not sure where he is anymore.
I'll go with the second one.
All right.
I'm going to wait by the warehouse again.
Okay. Everyone else just doing you did the Cordelia thing.
Yes.
Actually,
Yep.
Anything different with Cordelia, or just playing out the same as yesterday for now?
Play the same.
Okay.
It was
Rocco
discussing
does
not-
not. Rocco does not show up, but I'm gonna say that probably doesn't affect things enough for anything to go differently. She still goes out the window.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, true butterfly effect wise, the guy could have been standing in a different place. The crossbow could have gone, but whatever.
Is the hidey hole by his house?
It's not too far. Yeah.
Can I see both from a single vantage point?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'm going to go there.
Yeah. Okay. Right now you are. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not going to the warehouse.
No.
You're going to try to catch him twice in one day?
Well,
he followed him after the morning visit to beat up Dirk.
he didn't have the dagger then.
He didn't have the dagger, and it wasn't in the hidey hole.
Right.
He couldn't continue following him right then, so instead he was going to restart after the second visit.
So you don't get as good a view on the hidey hole here. You can see if he goes down that alley. You can see when he comes back out, either side of it, but you can't get a good view of what he's doing in the hidey hole if you're in a place where you can also see his house. Is that fine?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, you guys are going about the rest of your day. Rocco, maybe around, I don't know, 1:30 or so, he comes from the direction that you had last seen him go out to. He looks around again. Let me give him a perception roll. I'm not even going to make you roll. He goes down to the hidey hole area. Actually, give me a perception roll.
Okay.
But it's going to be a tough one. So
In my head, the way this works, since none of the poor people in Warhammer can bank their money, this alley just has like 550 hidey holes all down it.
God, I picked the wrong one again. This one's Frank's. He comes back out and he starts heading off, probably in the direction of the warehouse, based on what you know. Where he's
How
going.
far to the warehouse from here? Could I outrun him?
Like a 10-minute walk. Being on a roof, if you succeed at 2 athletics checks, yes.
I could
And
brought
at
a ladder with
stealth
me.
check, he won't.
Climb down the ladder, run to 10.
Oh, okay,
minutes.
okay. That's fine. At that point, you still need athletics. Well, no, yeah, you can outrun him because he's just walking.
He's just walking.
Yeah, give me one stealth roll, but you get a plus 40.
Okay.
Or if you want to risk him getting there first, you can forego the stealth. That's fine. Yeah, you put the ladder down over the side. You don't think you were heard as you drop down to the street and just start hoofing it. And give me one athletics test. It's not to see. You're going to beat him there either way, but I want to know if you're winded when you get there. Yeah, you jog there and you're not even all fatigued. You're
Cool.
pretty sure you got there before him.
All right. I know where I can stand where he does not see me by the warehouse.
You know where he doesn't see you in the morning by the warehouse.
Sure. I'm going to assume
same
he's
place?
consistent. Yeah.
All right, give me a stealth roll plus 40.
All right. I want to see if he's got this dagger on him.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. And then give me a perception roll plus 20.
Plus nothing?
Plus 20.
Plus 20.
You do not see it tucked into his belt.
Ah!
He goes into the warehouse. One of the guys opens the door for him.
When he comes out, does he have it?
Hagar opens the door for him.
You know he doesn't have it right now.
He doesn't have it to the third visit.
How close are you to the warehouse? Are you like across the street, or are you moving up closer during this?
Close
You
enough to
stay
see
near
him, I
spot.
guess.
Well, no, you could see him from where you were. You're just waiting at this point.
No, I'm going to run back to the intersection point again, the midway between his
Okay.
hole and house.
You do not see him again. He's not.
The rest of the day?
I mean, at least over the next 2 hours, which, based on what Dirk has told you, he would have left the warehouse by now.
Well, that was the dumb thing to do. I should have waited.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
Hey, maybe next time you just wait until the third iteration to see where he comes from, and then you start slowly backtracking him through the iterations.
What?
Tomorrow, which is
Yeah.
today again,
Yeah.
Well,
you just wait for the third iteration.
it's
and
still
then-
today. So you're at the point now where the party's probably about to start. You can go to the party, or you can fuck around out here some more, which would be fine.
Has
You
he gone? Do I think he's gone to the warehouse a third time yet?
No, that happens
happens
probably
during the party.
around 7:15 or so, and you're
Okay.
probably at like 5 p.m. right now.
Okay.
You have no idea whether or not he walks past his hidey hole again today.
Yeah, that's the
You
problem.
do know he goes to the warehouse one more time today.
Yeah. So, like, waiting at the warehouse for him is not going to help me because I know he goes there with a dagger.
It'll tell you which way he came from, so the next loop you can backtrack a little more.
Yeah, 10 feet at a time, man. You got this.
One
I mean-
one intersection at a time, probably.
I mean, sometimes you just got to look in the back of the book and start with the answer.
I mathed it out. You guys got like 1,400 iterations. You're good.
I'm gonna eliminate two variables and wait where I'm standing.
Yeah.
At 6:30 or whatever.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit there the rest of the day.
Let's see. Probably around 6. He doesn't check the hidey hole, but he does come and he goes in his house.
Okay.
Give me a perception roll. From up here, it was hard to tell if he had the dagger or not.
I'm gonna hoof it back to the warehouse again.
Okay. And you expect it's probably going to be an hour, maybe a little more, before he gets to the warehouse. Like, he came and he went inside his house.
Oh, you're right. You're right. No. I'll stay there. I'll see where he goes.
Okay. So at the position you're in, you can see the hidey hole in his house, but both are at a little bit of a distance, which is why you were at a straight up perception check.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get a better view of him now, or are you just staying right here?
No, I just want to. I don't want to. I just want to know where he is. I don't want to inspect him or anything.
Okay. Yep.
Keep an eye on him.
So probably a little before 7, he comes out of his house. It's starting to get. Well, it's probably not too dark yet. Give me one more perception roll. Might be a little penalty on this one. You know what? The light. He's actually comes out, and the sun's getting to the setting sun stage, and it just happens to glint off this dagger on his belt as he's leaving his house, and he heads off towards the warehouse.
Who's got it?
He has it right now, yes. And this is about
Okay.
7, maybe about 7 o'clock at his house.
Okay.
Whether or not he had it when he arrived at 6, you couldn't say.
Okay. I'm gonna go. We searched his house once. We might have just failed to see.
You searched
Hidey
his
hole?
house. That's possible. His house, I think, was a mess. You searched his house, I think, pretty early in the day. One of the days, like around 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm going to go right there right now and search it again.
All right. Are you just going to take your good old jolly time? You know,
I'm
he's
going
not
to spend the
coming
rest
back.
of the day doing this.
All right. So Rocco
And
never
then-
shows up to the party. That doesn't greatly affect how the party goes, other than, you know, Lady Stiegler does not get to enjoy his company, as in recent iterations she has been more and more.
Maybe Griff will sit next to her.
Give me a charm roll.
Oh no.
You cad.
Skills. Oh, my charm is good ever since I got new teeth. Yeah. It's doubles. That means it's extra good.
Well, that would technically make it a critical fail in that case.
You drop your teeth out.
Griff can't seem to stop himself from constantly making remarks to her about how much the other party sucks. And while she agrees with him, like it just eventually it starts rubbing her the wrong way, because that seems to be his main conversation topic, probably. So, you know, she doesn't hate you or anything, but, you know, you don't win her over.
That's what you think.
Oh,
Oh, that's what I think too.
Is that a reroll? Oh, okay. Oh, true. Yeah. All right, Rocco. Rocco. What were you doing? You were searching the house the rest of the
I'm
night.
doing a really thorough look and see.
Cool. Let me think of what kinds of things would be in his house. You do not find a dagger there, obviously. He carried it off. What would you find?
You like looking for a hidey hole or something?
He's
Something.
like looking for the ultimate hiding spot.
Like flipping all the books out of the bookshelves and
You probably find
Look for,
spots
you
in
know,
his house.
where dust isn't but should be. That's how Columbo does it.
Well, give me one
Yeah.
perception roll right now. Let me see. Give me a baseline for how this goes before I start adding in the fact it took hours. All right. You feel like you're doing great. You find up in the rafters in one point like a board you can slide aside, and you had a little hidey hole in there. You feel around, you pull out a pouch, and it's completely empty. Looks like a coin pouch. You find another spot. He has a hidey hole, and in it is a ledger with a bunch of like abbreviated names, like initials and amounts, and you don't know if they're bribes or payments or what, but there's something going on there. Hard to be sure what. And then you find probably a third hidey hole that's got like a backpack in it that's got some clothing, some food, some water. You find about 2 gold worth of like smaller denomination coins in it.
Just go bag.
And there's a pistol and some ammo tucked in it. And those are like, you found like 3 spots, and nothing you found was real impressive, but you're like, man, I did a pretty thorough search of this place. Like,
no book with the dagger hole cut out of it in the middle.
no, wouldn't that be cool? That said, you're like, I could probably spend another 2 or 3 nights here really making sure, because, you know, you had like 4 hours, which you feel you did a good search, but honestly, you could have spent longer.
That seems like a long time to search a tiny house.
Yeah, it's a messy tiny house, but yeah. But you're looking for weird shit like floorboards and stuff behind the walls and move things around. And
All right, tomorrow I'm bringing an axe.
He doesn't
Just
even,
cutting the
for
place
what it's
down.
worth though, he doesn't have any books. So
It would take you longer than 4 hours to search Derek's toy room.
sure. I mean, to be fair, you felt like you did a good search.
Okay.
But having an infinite amount of time, sure, you could come back and look for more.
Okay.
A nearly infinite amount of time. Anything going on that night?
I don't want this darkness thing to consume me again. I'm gonna shoot myself.
Yeah, there's a pistol right there.
Yeah. Well, I brought one with me, so.
Oh, you do hear an explosion like half an hour after you start searching, but
Wait, you just to confirm, you spend most of the evening searching his place for any likely spot the dagger could have been.
Uh-huh.
And then when you're done with that, you decide, okay, I'm checking out now without telling anyone anything.
I'll tell you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it'll work.
Okay.
You going somewhere?
Yeah, they were all meeting the lady again. Nighttime, probably.
Those of
Or
you,
the new guy.
Those of you post party, Rocco doesn't show up, which Rocco's probably doing Rocco things.
He
Are you
probably
guys-
got a package in the
Are you
mail.
guys doing anything that night?
Let's see. This iteration, when we saved Cordelia, were we going to ask what's his name to hang around a bit?
I don't know. You tell me.
What I wanted to do.
Okay, that's fine.
I was going to ask her if she can get this guy to hang around a bit and then go through our same spiel about, hey, magic dagger, it's got these kind of runes on it that I leave somebody who has more.
Give me a
ability.
a hard charm roll.
Hard charm roll.
Wait, towards her or towards him?
Towards her. Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter in this case. This is to get him to hang around, right?
Sure.
Whether you're telling her and she's trying to convince him. Or
I will tell her. I'll describe the layout of her room, what's behind her counter, the things she told us about.
Okay. Yeah, that was the part I was trying to get to as well, if need be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell her you told me to tell you that you had a pet pig when you were a kid. Blah blah blah.
Then give me a. Are you doing this before you help her or after you help her?
After.
All right.
After.
Like when we've got her and the guy there, I want to
give me an average charm roll first.
Average?
Yeah. Okay. So that comes off convincing rather than creepy stalker, so that's good. Like you found a way to communicate in that in a way that didn't like have her running. Now give me one more charm roll. Just give me a charm roll and I'll think about what the.
All right. What it'll mean?
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, between the pet pig story, the fact that you helped her, probably you communicating the fact you already know the guy is illegal, essentially. Like saying, "Hey, have him stick around to help us." We already know what he is. It's fine. Like that goes a long way towards convincing her versus her not knowing that you know, right?
Right.
And you want to convince him to hang around it. He's not going to stay here, but
sure. We in about I guess what is it? 2 hours? In about 2 or 3 hours, we're gonna have. Is it? Okay.
This is happening. This saving her is around noonish.
That's right. Okay. Party's over at 8.
Party's over about 7:38. So yeah.
Okay. At about 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to come into possession of a magical dagger that we need information on.
All right, she'll have him come to her shop.
Thank you very much.
As long as you promise to help get him out of town without incident the next day, if anyone starts looking for him. And your role is to watch. If for some reason they are onto him, they want you to help get him out of town tomorrow.
Okay.
They don't know about the looping yet, right?
Correct.
They just know you know a bunch of stuff that you told her. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so that night comes. You head over there. Once Dirk shows up, bring the dagger.
Right.
He's
still
checking
haven't
it out.
found no Rocco.
He will actually touch it. Trying to decide what he knows. Or what's useful to tell you anyway. One moment.
You got it.
going on?
We
So
can't tell you. You're not here. You're dead.
can tell there is a magical aura around it tied to some living entity. Something powerful, but it's hard to say more beyond that, other than like the magic of the dagger seems to somehow be bound to some. And he's not talking like a human. He's talking like some supernatural something. I mean, it's hard for him to say, but not like a
Okay.
wizard is what he's trying to tell you.
Sure.
Would
It-
removing this entity or ending this entity potentially stop? I guess we've probably told them about the cycle at this point.
That's up to you.
Well, sorta. I don't believe we've told them what ends the cycle currently.
I wasn't even sure you told him that was cycling yet. I was going on the assumption you had. He does, however,
Well, we
tell
just
you
told
he
him that we
thinks-
told him that. Well, we kind of did by definition of saying we keep repeating the same day.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I just heard, "Hey, you can trust me. I know this and this and this and this and this."
Oh no, yeah,
I
we didn't
misunderstood.
tell him that this time, did we? Or did you
Yeah.
give him the same spiel about the dagger? Or did you just go, "Hey, check this thing out for me"?
I guess we haven't. We can.
It's up to you. It's up to you. I'm not.
Yeah.
I did not hear you say you said that, so I was under the assumption you had it. But you.
At some point, when he starts poking at it and trying to figure out things about it, you might want to give him some more information to go on. Like, hey, we're repeating the same day over and over again.
Before you even volunteer that, he does say he can sense there's some sort of temporal magic imbued in it.
Yeah.
And then you say, then what do you say exactly?
I kind of know that. We've been repeating this day over and over again. And it took dying to this dagger to get stuck inside the loop so that we know what's going on.
The only other thing he can say is that he thinks it's some sort of an anchor for a ritual.
Oh god. Would stopping the ritual stop the looping? Could you guess?
Yeah, it's probably all tied together. I don't know. It's so hard to say. Based on just looking at the dagger.
Are most rituals evil?
I mean, no.
Okay.
But you're pretty sure fucking around with time is probably not normally a good thing. But like you've well, I don't know if you've all held the dagger at this point, but anyone who hasn't felt like that corruption in it, like just when you even just looked at that one statue. Like, he doesn't think this is related to chaos necessarily. This could be some sort of other worldly entity or something, or some supernatural creature or something, but not necessarily chaos imbued.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's good. It can still be evil. It's just not specifically chaos that warps humans and all that.
Okay.
He does not think it's probably tied to one of the gods, one of the chaos gods.
I will.
And Cordelia will recommend a sage to you that
Right.
and she'll give you the same.
Price of sage. What more do you think the sage could give us? And would he actually need the dagger in his hand to be able to tell us?
I don't know. Certainly seeing the dagger would help him. If you can give him specific enough details about it, maybe if it's something he's heard of, he wouldn't need it. But what I would go to a sage for is someone who has heard of this specific dagger before, and maybe how it's been used before, or things like it.
Is that a likely? Go ahead.
I don't know. That's what you need a sage for.
Well, I mean, is it a likely possibility that this is the dagger of time looping? I've heard of this. Is that a thing, or is that
In a generic magic item sense, no. Like generic, like it's not like, oh, this is the +3 dagger of Vorpal beheading. Oh yeah, I can identify that. That's just the magic item. No, whatever this would be something very unique. But there could be stories about it or something in the like. That's what you would need a sage for to find out. It's possible.
okay?
But if you're asking in the general sense, oh, would he just know this is this category of magic item? Like, no, that's not at all how that would
Right.
work.
I was just trying to figure out how likely it was for him to know anything about this.
I mean,
I don't
he
know.
might not. You might have to try 15 sages, and maybe one does, and the others don't.
All right.
That could take days.
So we know there's
That could take day.
that could take the same day.
Griff, do you come with to this meeting?
Yeah.
They've definitely been talking
yeah.
about time looping, and they actually had a pretty convincing performance when they listed all the shit Cordelia shot. Or I don't know. You decide if that was convincing.
Well, he was trying to figure out where they're trying to scam this lady and what they're scamming her out of.
Yeah.
But now he's not so sure.
And basically, at some point, you basically heard us say, if you want to be in the know, you have to die to the dagger.
I love the way you guys are like, all right, we're gonna figure out how to convince Cordelia this has happened and this and this. And Griff, you guys are just like, he's just following along. We're not gonna explain shit to him.
Well, you know, he doesn't have a magic bent. You know, I didn't figure he'd get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it until I was, woke up the next day, and I probably didn't get it right away.
Well, I'll leave it up to Griff to decide whether or not he, whatever you think about this, Andrew. But I'm curious what his reaction is.
Yeah, you at some point you basically heard us say we all died to this dagger, and now we're continually running through this loop.
And that doesn't seem true, does it?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Make an insight check or a perception check. Or
don't know what angle you're playing against these people and for what reason.
I mean, whether or not you believe it is up to you. You got an intelligence of 37, so at least like the logic of what they're saying is like, okay, that their story is logically consistent or whatever,
If we all died to that dagger, I would know about it.
We all didn't. You didn't. I'm sure. From what I know, somebody tried to kill you and it didn't work out. Are we having this? I guess we're having this conversation right in Cordelia's place. I mean, if you want to be in on all this, we can do it.
Cordelia still hasn't touched it.
That's fine.
She wants no part of it.
The only adverse effect to dying to this dagger is you wake up the next day remembering today and you replay today. I don't know. Does that sound fun to you?
So Alexander says it's possible that only those who have been stabbed in it experience the loop, and you are in your own reality, effectively. Everybody else has gone on and carried on with their lives. Like, it's possible you're trapped in this because of the dagger, as opposed to becoming aware of it because of the dagger. But he's not saying that like he's certain. He's just like, that's a possibility, though.
Sure. Would you like to join us, Griff, in our own?
How do you know? How do you know this isn't just what what happens when you die?
Oh God, I hope it's not. I look over at the Sigmar priest and go, "This ain't it, is it?"
Dirk might be able to answer that. He's died a number of ways that aren't.
Don't believe so.
Yeah, Sigmar religion would be really, really wrong if this is the afterlife.
Yeah. Or we could just sneak up on you and stab you. I think that might have been tried once.
I'm gonna go to the Spotted Pig. I'll meet up with you guys tomorrow.
You want us to start off telling you this tomorrow?
Bye.
Would you feel better?
Really, what we need is for Griff to, do something super fucking horrible, which shouldn't be too hard to start, and then you can be like, we can totally get you out of this.
All right, the darkness is coming. Unless you have something else you're doing.
I don't think so.
Actually, about that. When did we finish talking to them?
Oh yeah. I mean, when you want, you could honestly spend the rest of the night here if you want. Just
Kinda, because actually, I want to basically drag them outside and be like, could that have any of this shit to do with this?
give me your 30-second impression before you're devoured of what this is. Yeah. Okay. Let me see how they react to this going on.
Tell me what this is. Blah.
Cordelia does not keep her wits about her as this is happening. Alexander, she actually panics and runs back inside. Alexander looks up and he says, "Oh God, it really is true about the dagger." He finally believes when he sees this.
When he finally sees imminent death.
And he has enough. Well, actually, I should make you guys get fucking cool test. You're probably sick of being devoured by this thing. He has enough composure around him, right before it descends upon you and starts devouring you, that he does manage to say, this might be the entity the dagger's tied to, which, I mean, yeah, no shit, but, I mean, that's about all you get out of him.
Awesome.
And then, you all die screaming deaths, so that's great. Except for Adam, who had a much more
Rocco.
pleasant...
Yeah.
Rocco.
A much more pleasant death.
I mean, honestly, if you had to choose, that is definitely the way to go compared to the
Okay.
full devouring. And Dirk wakes up tied to a chair.
Maybe you only get out of the loop. Maybe the loop is based off the Fibonacci sequence. Maybe you got to be stabbed a bunch more times. Miss one of those numbers.
Could happen.
Okay. Adam, what are you doing on this day? Because I know you have plans, probably.
Yeah. I don't know if he has the dagger when he goes to his house.
Are you going to meet up with us and tell us what you're doing and why you weren't?
Yeah, I'll fill you guys in the morning. I have until 6 o'clock to do anything.
Okay.
So I fill you in.
All right.
I go to his house around 5:30.
Okay. Is anyone doing anything of import before noon?
I don't think anything different.
Okay.
Is there any other prep work we want to do? We want to...
A little bit.
Okay.
Go ahead.
On the off chance Rocco does get the dagger, either this loop or next, the stage that she sends us towards, I want to at least find out where he is, how much he thinks he's going to charge for this sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, you go check that out. Eldrick von Sterlicht. He's in the richer area of town. Who's going with? Anyone going with Trent?
Sure, I'll go with.
All right. He's he's got a very snooty demeanor. I'm trying to think of an actor who'd be perfect. I got nothing. I'm drawing a blank. But he's an older.
Walken.
No, I can't do it. No, can't do that justice. He's an older guy, very thin face, long nose, green hair, but well kept and short. And he's very nicely dressed. And he looks up at you and probably what's not your, greatest clothes ever. Probably your typical adventurer wear, right? He's like, Can I help you? I think you might be in the wrong place.
Go with bare bones rundown. There's magical item we'll need you to look into. We're looking to acquire it. What would it cost us to have you look into it, and how late are you available for us to call on you?
Very busy right now. I won't do it for less than 5 gold, and I can probably fit you in next week.
Nothing you can do today.
Today? Huh. You don't have that kind of money.
And you don't have that kind of time. All right.
Give me an intuition. Give me an intuition test. He's haggling.
Oh, yeah.
Dave.
No. I was being as cryptic as possible. I want to try to scare this guy, and you don't.
You find out how much money he needs, and then you tell Griff, go get us 40 gold.
Intuition.
I mean, honestly, don't worry about the test. I already told you. He's just haggling with you. He wasn't.
Oh, sure.
It's not that he actually couldn't get you in. He's just, if you want it today, that's going to cost some money.
And how much would sooner cost?
I suppose I could push Miss Maple's research aside for a day for 8 gold, I'm sure, which is an insane price, but honestly the 5 gold was already kind of insane. This guy seems like he's already got his prices jacked up just because he made an immediate impression of you and didn't like it.
Okay.
He just seems like kind of a dick. But that said, he could look at something for you today for 8 gold.
All right.
Wherever how would you guys ever afford that?
We're gonna rob Rudy.
It's funny, even if you have the money, it's like, yeah, here you go. See it tomorrow.
Technically I do.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I don't have
the
that
bank,
much
right?
money. Got to do a little banking.
Yeah, it would be more fun if it could be such an insane amount that Griff has to steal it for you, but it's just that's
technically I have listed as 20 gold in the bank, so
Wow.
So what do you say to his 8 gold offer?
All right.
Keep that in mind.
What time would you be available? We will not probably come into possession of this item before 8 o'clock tonight.
Want me to work at night? I'm sorry, that's 10 gold.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
He actually seems surprised. Because he thinks he believes you're telling the truth, which is why he's surprised. He doesn't think you're bullshitting. He's like, I guess I'll see you tonight then, if you have the money.
All right then.
All right. Then around noon, Dirk, you hear some fighting out in the warehouse, and after a moment, Hans comes in and he just quickly dispatches everyone like he's just in a hurry to get it done. He's not playing with them like he sometimes does, and he's like, Dirk.
Hey, Hans, how's it going?
You want party?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Cuts you free.
All right, let's go party.
All right. Where does he take you? He's like, what are you in the mood for? Like, something more exciting than drinking. Like, do you want to try robbing the bank? You want to see how much of the barracks we can get through? Like what are you in the mood for?
I have noticed that you've taken quite the dislike to Rudy, and I can sympathize with that.
Oh, you want to kill him?
I think we should just kind of fuck with him all day.
Yeah, he does beat you every day. Yeah. Yeah. What do you got in mind? What do you got in mind? Sounds great.
Well, I mean, have you, like, I'm guessing you know where he kind of is during different parts of the day. I think if we,
Let's see. Right now, he's probably at the barracks right now. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's been a while since I gave a shit. Normally, I just kill him here now.
do you know where he keeps that dagger by chance? Because that dagger's kind of crazy.
What dagger?
The dagger that he stabbed you with.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Where he keeps it? Doesn't he just carry it on?
Yeah. No, I mean, usually when he's here, he doesn't have it till like the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, why do you care about his dagger? I mean, it was kind of cool. It looked cool. Had that little bit wavy blade. You want to stab someone? You want to stab him with it? Is that it? I mean, he's probably got it on him.
No, I just like it. That's all.
Oh well. I mean, don't get too attached to anything, but
No, I get it. I get it.
yeah, I mean, it's we grab him, it's yours. But what do you want to do with him? Should we like dunk him in the river upside down, or like hang it?
I'd like to find out.
We should toss him off the bridge. I haven't done that one yet.
Well, I mean, that sounds fun. That does sound fun.
Yeah. How do we get him out there though? I mean, you could like.
I mean, the fact that I'm not tied up probably would get him out there.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for. Yeah, but like, are you ready to fight the guys that come with him? I think it'll be. Listen, I'll try to deal with the guys who come with him, right? But you, you can one-on-one. But I want to see you kick him off the bridge. Like that's the goal. Just stabbing him. We do that shit all the time. Well, I do that shit all the time. I haven't thrown him off a bridge yet, though.
But
do you think he'll die when he hits the water, or do you think he'll just sink in that breastplate of his and drown?
Yeah, I doubt he's a good enough swimmer to be able to swim stronger than the breastplate for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, just will he die when he hits the water instantly, or will it be like? Nah, it doesn't matter. We'll find out. It'll be fun. Might be different depending. Like we could try it a couple times, like off different sides of the bridge, and like head first or not, and like figure out. Yeah, it'll be great. All right, how do we get him out there though?
That's a great question. I think if we, I mean,
wait, I got it. He doesn't know yet that I took his money. I'll bring him a message that you escaped and like you're willing to give him his money.
Yeah,
if you meet him on the bridge. Oh yeah, that'll be great. And we'll tell him to come alone, and then we don't. Oh yeah. This is great. What time do you want to do it? Probably like I want to do it in daylight. I want to see like the expression on his face while he's falling.
I mean, I think we can do it right now. What else are we doing?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go find him. You go get on the bridge.
All right, sounds good.
All right. And maybe like change your clothes or something. You look pretty gross, dude.
Yeah, okay. I'll go do that.
Yeah.
So I go change my.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Why not?
There's a lot of dead people out in the warehouse. There's even the dude who was tied up in there who gets beaten to death later seems to have been stabbed by Hans. Hans just seems to kill whatever. You have the impression that he killed you many, many times before he happened to use the dagger on you. But, all right. So what? You change clothes, sure, no problem. And then
I head to the bridge.
All right. So I don't think anything would have changed for the party yet because they wouldn't have been to the warehouse till like 5. So this is probably just around noonish. You're out on the bridge, and Hans comes, just this big shit-eating grin on his face, walking up with Rudy. And it's like broad daylight. There's other foot traffic going over the bridge, and Hans is just like beside himself. Where are you on the bridge? Like it's a big, long, wide bridge, if you recall.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine since we want to try and get him over the edge, that I'm pretty close to one of the sides of the bridge.
see the bridge map I had. That's better. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Does Rudy have the dagger on?
We'll just go on this map just so we have tokens if we need them. But you are not as badly beaten because it's earlier in the day.
Well, that's
You do not see the dagger on Rudy.
okay.
But Rudy's like, how the hell you got out of the warehouse? But you got my money?
Yeah, before I give that to you, I just got a quick question for you. That dagger that I see you carrying sometimes, it's real nice. I want to find out more about it, maybe get one crafted myself. Where'd you get it?
What dagger are you talking about?
I described the dagger.
Never. I don't have a dagger like that. Give me an intuition roll. Where's my fucking money? Yeah, you don't know if he's lying or not.
All right.
Hans is like bouncing up and down a little bit. He's like, so you hear him muttering under his breath, "Come on, come on, come on, come on."
So I'm gonna try and push him off the bridge, just like it's just by surprise. I'm gonna try.
Give me a just give me a strength check, I guess. You have a better strength check than him, but it's, I mean, there's like you get him up like against the side rail of the bridge because he's caught off guard. He starts trying to like draw his weapon, but you're kind of like pinning him against there. And Hans jumps in and helps you, and just like between the two of you, you hoist him up and toss him over. Assuming you're not trying to stop that, right?
Right.
But it wasn't as easy as just bowling into him. It was definitely like team effort here. And he screams as he goes down. Other people on the bridge kind of scream and react to that happening. Someone starts yelling for the guard, and Hans is like, "Dude, look, he sank right away. Did you see that splash? That was awesome."
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Love it. All right, now's the fun part. And he draws his sword in one hand and a dagger, not the dagger, in another. And he just starts wading into the commoners on the bridge who are screaming and just starts cutting people down.
Wow.
And clearly having a good time. What are you doing?
I'm just watching because clearly I'm not the swordsman he is, so like I can't really help to help.
Are you staying like within a certain distance of him? Like, are you keeping up with him as he starts moving his way down the bridge, or are you just like
as long as I'm not getting enveloped by the crowd? Yeah, if he's killing like everyone.
Everyone seems to have completely forgotten about you at this point because they're all focused on the madman. People are running. He doesn't go out of his way to chase anyone down because it's just, for him, that's running and that's work. But he does, kill probably a good half dozen people before everyone wises up and starts running away. And he's like, "All right, what's next? We probably have a couple of minutes before the guard gets here."
Man, I'm kind of out of ideas. Like messing with Rudy was my big thing.
Do you want to fight him, or do you want to have you ever jumped off a bridge before? We could do that. I've done that a couple times. It's honestly, it's not that good, but you haven't done it, so maybe you want to. I don't know. I could throw you.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah, I like your attitude. All right, how do you want? You gonna go face first, or like how do you want it? You never mind. You know what? You figure it out, and he just gives you a push, assuming you're near the edge when you're talking about it. You tumble, and you hit the water, and that's probably the last thing you remember. So.
All right.
The rest of you, Adam at 5. Okay, well, to be fair, news would have gotten out that some dude went crazy in town, threw Rudy off a bridge, and was eventually brought down by like crossbows after killing 8 guardsmen who showed up. Probably no one knows anything about Dirk. He's just some other casualty. Who cares about him? He's some no good thief dude that no one knows the name of. If you show up to the warehouse at 5, there's dead bodies in there, and probably no one even is aware really yet that there's dead people in there. I don't know if you even show up once you hear Rudy's dead, though, Rocco. So
I am at a loss. My plans got ruined.
there's always tomorrow.
Well,
You can always go back to Rudy's.
Yeah,
I'll meet
sure.
up with the gang and talk it out.
All right.
You can always go back
If
to
you
Rudy's.
meet up with us, yeah, it's like you. What was your plan originally? Here.
My plan was to wait at his house to see if he had the dagger going into the house versus leaving the house.
Well, go in and check
Okay.
all those hidey holes
Yeah.
that you found
Okay.
last time.
All right. I checked the hidey holes.
Let's see. There was one with an empty pouch. There was a go bag, and there was what was the other one?
There was something in the ceiling.
That was the empty pouch.
Okay.
There was a go bag. Fuck, what was the third? I don't remember. They're all there, and they're all in the same state, though. You do not find a dagger, and you probably, if you want, you can spend the entire rest of the day. You can even take a sledgehammer to the walls, right?
Yeah, I was thinking of burning the place down.
Like you can do that. I mean, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to sift through the rubble, but
I got a whole day to do it.
Why not? You can
Yeah.
find out if it works one way or the other.
I torched the place.
Yep. Bucket Brigade ends up showing up, but it's basically rubble by the time they get the fire put out. Some of the nearby buildings have caught and gone up and gone down. And you probably start sifting through the rubble as it gets dark, and just so you do not come up with a dagger.
All right.
It's hard work being a hero.
Yep. Anyone else doing anything that day?
Same old.
All right. Can't even try to kill Griff today. You don't have the dagger.
Sure, they can.
Well,
They can get practice in.
you get practice. That's true. If no one's doing anything, Dirk wakes up tied to a chair.
I'm gonna execute my plan as intended yesterday,
All right.
or the previous loop.
Yep. You're going there about 5 again?
Yeah.
So, other than getting the one dude killed in the basement, Dave, do we ever want to change that any? Like, get the rest of their team messed up, or no?
Maybe we could, I don't know, follow them, see where they go. Might be worth doing once or twice.
Oh, the two that leave, the
Yeah.
lady and the leader?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I guess we'll have to make sure that they don't open that door.
So around
Well, I
noon-
mean, one of us can do that, right? One of us can go
Okay.
in, clear people out enough to say, hey, we got to lock up the cellar. Yeah, you're going to hear stuff, don't open it. The other one could try to follow him.
Okay, we'll try that.
And
We'll
Griff
learn,
will,
learn
will-
as much about this other person as possible. Yeah.
Griff can certainly be instructed to do things, that he'll do.
Yeah, the more I'm thinking about that whole sequence, it is a little weird because you guys are like, all right, let's shut the cellar door. All right, don't let this dude out. Oh my, there's Ratman. There's a hole in the cellar and he's dead. Like, it's weird because clearly you guys knew something was going to happen. And
Mm-hmm.
the kitchen staff would know you shut it. I don't know. It's probably a little weirder than I'm going to assume
It's not a good state to end the loop on.
Well, it's also like I probably didn't have people react to it enough, right? Probably there
Yeah.
would have been more, but whatever. I'm going to assume you guys made some awesome charm rolls, and Lady Stiegler does not want any of this getting out, so she kind of brushes all under the carpet. But maybe it damages your relationship a little at the end of that loop. So that'll be my thought on that. Because clearly you guys know something weird, but also you weren't the ones doing it, so it's very bizarre.
Yeah.
The other thing we could do, we could let him out and then lock the door and then interrogate him.
Fair.
Yeah. Well, that's all party time stuff.
Yeah.
At about noon, Hans shows up again. Cut Stirk free. He's like, listen, Jonas from the barracks got me in the balls with a crossbow bullet. Let's go get him. It was a real, it was a real dick move.
I mean, you don't need me, man.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess not. I mean, you want to? I can tie you back up if you want.
No, I just, I haven't had a chance to just enjoy the day ever. Like, I'm always getting beat up the whole day. I'd like to just maybe go have a drink, some stuff I'm sure you find super boring.
All right, all right. If you're still alive tonight, and I'm still alive tonight, let's meet at that fancy inn, the expensive one.
Yeah.
The name I don't remember. It's the GM. What I told you. The one where you guys drank that one night.
Whatever ChatGPT says.
Yeah. Give me the name of a fancy inn. Let's do it. Give me the name of an upscale tavern. Come on, ChatGPT. Why is the Gilded Griffin? There you go. The Gilded Griffin. All right. He wanders off.
All right.
Whether or not he'll be alive tonight, who knows? He seems to be going straight to the barracks to kill Jonas.
Right.
What are you doing? It's like noon. This is earlier than you've ever gotten out. Well, on your own.
So I feel like, and I want you guys to keep me honest. I feel like I know kind of what you guys typically do during a day, so I try and find the group.
Yeah, they probably just finished dealing with Cordelia, and I don't really know what they do in the early afternoon before the party, but
we do some shopping, make bets.
They probably spend some time just chilling in a tavern too,
buy horses,
like everyone does.
Yeah.
You can meet up with them unless they're doing something abnormal, which it sounds like no one is yet.
If you find us, that's perfect. Because we need somebody with maybe a little more stealth than we have.
Rocco's like, God damn
it. to follow the people from the party.
Well, I mean, do I find
you find your party members, yeah. And you don't want to be found.
So basically, I kind of explain what's been going on. Hey guys, Hans has been kind of getting me out of my predicament, I guess you could say. I think, well, he seems to have gone crazy. I don't want him to know anything. So, like, when he does this, I'm just trying to play along so that he is none the wiser. I think that if he knew, I don't think he wants to break out of the loop necessarily, because he just has too much fun. And I just don't like, so if there are loops where I am just strangely absent, I'm probably haven't been able to get away from him. And that's kind of what I'm just to give them some sort of prepping for future possible loops. But yeah, okay. You guys need me to follow some people. What's going on? Can you give me? I'm not sure I'm familiar with this part of your day. Can you tell me a little bit more?
He's probably never been to the party, has he?
No.
Nope. No, he did. He showed up with
Hans once. Yeah, we went with Hans once. Yes.
Killed everybody.
But he hasn't been to a normal party.
Right.
So that party. At some point during the party, the I forget the lady's name, but the head of the other group that's there sneak out before their the bad stuff they set in motion happens. So we'd kind of like to get them followed and figure out where they're
What
going.
the Silver Blades are trying to pull something?
Yes.
They have been.
I'm wearing my armor tonight.
We tell you to every other time.
Griff's been
Yeah.
saying. Griff's been saying.
I
this all
was
along,
assuming
Silver
you
Blades are up.
didn't after you stopped the party without any like battle. But if you want to make him suit up, that's fine.
Well,
All right, you guys are heading to the party.
sure.
Is Rocco coming to, or does he have a different plan for tonight? For today?
Rudy's
See
still
what-
coming, right?
Unless you
Rudy.
kill yourself.
So about the time that Dirk shows up to talk to you is probably about an hour before Rudy would next be going to the warehouse for a second trip. Whether or not Rudy ever goes, who knows at this point.
Yeah.
Probably depends how things went in the barracks. He might be dead right now, for all you know. But that would be when you'd expect him, is at 2:00. After that, you would not expect to see him again because all the guys in the warehouse are dead.
Okay. I'm gonna wait inside his house, just inside the door, with my pistol
all right.
ready.
Let me give Rudy a 40% chance to have survived today. All right. He let's see. Remind me. His first trip, he went down the alley, checked it. What was the time you sat in the alley and nothing happened? Was it the second trip?
No. So the very first trip, he went down the alley, didn't even check the thing because he saw Rocco.
So
Second time
he definitely
through,
goes past
he
the first
checked
one.
it. So the second time he checked it, saw Rocco after he left. Because
Oh,
Rocco's
sorry,
on the
I'm
other
not
side.
talking about loops. I'm talking about his 3 times the day that he goes to the warehouse. I know the first time when he's leaving the warehouse, Rocco followed him. He goes past his hidey hole house. I can't remember if the second time he actually went to his house or that was the time that Adam was like.
It's
The
the third
second
time.
I believe Rocco lost him before the second time. Actually, I don't remember what about the second time. Rocco lost him
either.
before the third time and found out that he goes to his house before going to the warehouse.
Yeah. Do you
Second time he went to
the
I don't
second
remember
time.
now.
I don't. Okay, we'll just say he comes to his house the second time. I don't remember anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rudy walks into. Wait, you're going into his house? How are you getting in?
Yeah, I'm gonna ambush him.
How are you getting in? Breaking the door? You breaking a window? You trying to pick a lock?
I'll pick the lock. I got plenty of time.
Is that? Dirk, you picked a lock once. You know the skill? Oh, it's called pick lock. Well,
I don't have a lock.
yeah, I don't know that you know how to do that.
Some
Okay.
weird reason why I chose not to do it, but I don't remember what it was.
You were
Like,
trying
just-
to go down the straight and narrow, I think.
No, it wasn't that. It was more about the skill. Or I took door instead. I can't remember, but I don't think I have it.
I mean, you can try. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to pick the lock. You don't know how.
Is there a window on the opposite side from where he comes?
Yes.
Then I break that window and come in
Okay.
that way.
Give me a stealth roll.
Stealth.
Pretty bad.
I'll reroll.
Okay. Pretty worse. You break out the window and that same asshole who saw you with the ladder. What are you doing breaking windows? No good, hoodlum. Bringing down my property value. I'm gonna call the watch.
I say, don't do that, and I pull out my pistol.
Give me intimidate at a plus, I don't know, 40. God damn, man. You know what? He missed by more on his cool check though, so you're fine.
Okay, good.
Give Don't shoot me, man. You know what? I don't even like that guy. You can break into his house. Burn the place down for all I care. What do you do? He's sitting there held at gunpoint.
I'm gonna let him go.
Okay. He runs off.
Okay.
And then you're going in the house? You're waiting?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait.
Well, lucky for you, it turns out he does not like Rudy, so he does not tell anyone.
No one does.
Yeah. Rudy shows up brief. Does he even? I feel like he didn't, but whatever, he does now. If he didn't before, we're gonna retroactively say he stopped at his house before, because it should be the same. Actually, you know what? This day's different. Let me think.
Yeah, this day's different.
He definitely goes home. And where are you in his house? It's not super big, but I mean, there's probably like a bedroom and a main room, and
I want to be just inside the doorway on the opposite side of the door, like
right.
so he doesn't see me when he comes in.
Give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
You gotta take stealth at him.
Apparently,
Getting better.
it doesn't matter with these rolls.
He comes in and the door bumps into you.
Okay.
And he still like he's fully in, and he like shuts. Like it's more like he thinks there was something there, not like he thought a person was there.
Yeah.
And he kind of steps out of the way and closes the door, and he looks at you in surprise as you're standing right there with a pistol out, I assume.
I blast him in the leg.
Oh, okay, Jesus. Roll to hit. You get a plus 40. 20 for point blank, 20 for being surprised.
Combat pistol plus 40.
He's on here if you want to target him.
Okay.
Although if you're doing cold shot to leg, that's a minus 20, so you don't leave it at plus 20. Or you do plus 40, but then you do the cold shot. That's 20 for point blank, 20 for him being surprised. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't target him. I'm not on this map, I don't think. Yes, I am.
The game's paused. That might be doing it.
It might be the wrong version of you on this map. Give me 1 second. I might need to put you in combat. I don't think I need to put you in combat. Go ahead.
I still can't target him. I'm just gonna shoot.
You can't. You know what? I can target him for you. I'll just do it.
Okay. This is still plus 40.
Yeah, I didn't even have the plus 40 in there. Let me get that. Well, are you doing the?
I haven't rolled yet.
Are you targeting? Oh, I was doing it. Oh,
I want to.
Never mind. I see what you're saying.
I want to shoot him where there's no armor. That's all I really care about.
Yeah. Okay. So overall, you're. Listen. Plus 20, but you are shooting. Wait, I thought there was a hit location. There is hit location. You're going for the.
Don't you have a cold shot bonus?
A cold shot bonus?
Thought you did.
I don't know.
All right, and give me a roll, just D100, and I'll edit your roll in where the thing I set up is.
Okay.
You want to re-roll that one, or do you want to let that stand because it could be hilarious? All right, that one's gonna hit. The 100 was way better though.
Yeah, I don't think you want to establish the baseline as 100 if you have to do this again. Although I guess you could just do it slightly different.
Better.
Oh, it turns out he had leather leggings. We're gonna switch that to arm.
Okay.
So he's gonna take 2 more damage. I'm gonna make it 2. I don't know what that actually should be. He comes in, you shoot him in the arm. He goes, "God, what the fuck?" You know, backs up. He's probably still surprised. Doesn't even draw a weapon yet. What are you doing next?
I push him down and pull my dagger.
All right, give me strength roll or melee, depending on what.
Push him right on his shot arm.
Okay.
Strength?
Yeah, give me strength at plus 20. Okay. Yeah, you bowl him over while he's still kind of shocked from being shot. Probably he technically needs a cool. Nope, that's just. Yeah, he needs a cool test too. So yeah, between blowing his cool test and getting shot and already being surprised. Granted, now the surprise will be over. Like he just sort of he starts looking around, panicked for if he can get out, and you just kind of push him over, knock him down, and you got your dagger out.
All right. I
If
plant
you
my
were to
knee.
attack him at this point, I would give you a plus 40 to the attack.
Okay.
I think
plant
we
my
all
knee
know
on
that's
his
not
chest.
enough.
Well, he also doesn't have a weapon, so he'd only be doing dodge at the moment.
I plant my knee on his chest and hold my dagger up to his throat. And I say, with all the intimidation I can muster, tell me where the black ornate dagger is now, or you die.
All right. I'm giving you a plus 40 to your intimidate because he failed that cool test just a second ago. So give me an intimidate. This dude. You
I'm gonna
got
roll
any,
Yeah.
you got any fortune left?
I guess I do.
I mean, you don't have to use it. What's that?
No. How many did you get every session? 3? 2?
It's
It's
according to your
Depends
turn.
yeah,
on-
it's different for everyone.
You made your guy.
For you,
I have 1 left.
oh, you only have 2. You got a ton of resolve though.
I'm not going to re-roll it.
Okay.
Then it's really bad. It's a fumble, right? Or
Well,
a fumble.
Fumbles are
Fumbles
just
don't really
combat.
exist outside of combat.
Okay.
he is starting to actually regain his composure a little bit. But that said, give me an intuition roll. He I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He could be lying. He could be telling the truth. You can tell he's less frightened now than he was a minute ago, just because I don't know. Maybe he doesn't respect you enough. It's hard to say.
I'm gonna cut his ear off.
All right, make a melee attack. I was giving you a plus 40. We're gonna make it a plus 20 if you're specifically going for an ear, because he's not gonna sit there and let you do it. He's trying to get away.
Melee?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a weapon, a dagger. I just
That's cool.
needed to equip it, I guess.
Can you target him now or no?
Sorry, I'm trying to find my dagger. There it is. I can't equip. Okay, I'm not holding my axe. There we go.
I'll equip whatever you want. Yeah.
Can I target him? I cannot target him. It's 2 right clicks, right?
Yeah.
I just left click once. I hit T. I hover over them and I hit T.
Nothing.
That work?
Nope.
Why is it not letting me? Let me pull a new one of him on and see if that matters.
Oh,
I was able to target him.
Single left click win.
I don't know. Whatever. I'll do it for you. You're doing.
I can roll better too.
And I'm
You
giving
need
you
to
a plus
roll
20.
my dagger.
I got it.
Is it probably something because of his token? Adam's token on the page instead of anything else?
I've dragged it and like a new one on. That didn't seem to matter.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Nice crit.
Yeah. Let me fix your roll.
Hit location.
Well,
right leg.
Okay. Given that this was a called shot on what you were trying to do, like you specifically cut off his ear, I think is the crit, right?
Yeah.
Are you? And then you're probably not really. Were you trying to do more damage beyond that?
No.
All right, so we're gonna call it like I don't know, 3 damage, but he's missing an ear now.
Yeah.
Assuming he doesn't. Well, you hit the crit part, so whether he dodges or not is almost incidental. But he was prone too, so that was already another penalty. He dodged, but not by enough because you won by a ton with all your bonuses. So you slice his ear off before he can react. He starts trying to scramble away from you. Doesn't even manage to get to his feet. Effectively is how I'm going to treat that failed dodge.
All right.
Then what do you do?
I say, last chance. Tell me now or die.
All right, give me one more intimidate. You can have a plus, I don't know, another 40. And that's pretty good. And also give me an intuition. Well, you know. He actually pisses himself. And he screams, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a fucking dagger.
All right.
Go to hell. You're
Kills
the
dead. You
deal.
hear me? And then
Slice his throat.
that gurgles.
Yep.
That's fine.
So he might just pick this thing up on his way to the. Or no. You said he had it when he left.
He had it when he left his house. I don't know if he had it going into his house.
He had it when he left his house the 3rd.
Right.
So maybe someone's coming to his house to meet him.
Maybe there's somebody in the house.
Maybe they break in the back window. That's why you never see him.
He really didn't have a very good day.
Rudy's no good. Very bad day.
How many people died at the barracks?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I probably have to be there, show my support.
Like after you hear about this, you got to do the back the
I
blues
would-
sort of thing.
I would think so, yeah.
So
And hope
apparently,
Rudy's dead and be sad when he's not.
Hans, one of the guards came in and Jonas was there eating lunch, and Hans just walked up to him and like stabbed him in the nuts with a dagger like 8 times, which he bled out and died, and then probably killed like 2 more guys who started to draw swords, and then he just left, and like everyone else was so surprised that it happened, and it happened so quickly that like people are looking for Hans now. Rudy seemed especially upset by it, everyone said, and took off right afterwards. Well, maybe not right afterwards, but he seemed real concerned about where
Excellent.
Hans was.
I will commit all that to memory for tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Adam, do anything else now that you got Rudy's dead body here?
Did I find anything when we burnt down the house and I looked through the rummage? I don't remember what happened there.
Like the secret
No.
basement.
Okay, the secret basement. That's right.
There was a go bag and an empty pouch, and
Okay.
I can't remember what the 13 was anymore. Oh, a ledger. That's what it was.
Yeah. I meet up with the gang and tell them what's up.
Cool. As you're leaving, you do see thanks, a couple neighbors. A couple neighbors like peeking out their windows at you as you're leaving because they all heard the gunshot, but none of them really seem to care too much.
They don't like Rudy either.
Okay, you meet up with the party.
I tell them what happened.
Just murdering everybody.
I kill myself before night comes.
All right.
Well, do you want to go to the party first?
Nah, I'm good.
Just
Let's
wants to
just
get
get
an early
this thing
start on the
going.
next day.
Yeah.
Remind me what you guys are doing at the party.
We're doing our normal, and Dirk was gonna do some shadowing of those guys leaving.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. All
What
right.
do you want Griff to do
And actually,
other
Griff-
than chat up the lady?
Chat up. So from the Silver Blades, there's the leader who leaves. There's the guy who goes down into the basement who we get killed. Were we actually doing that this time? We'll come back to that guy. There's Carlos, who seemed to be cool. Wasn't there at least a 4th member here?
Didn't run.
Somebody died, I think.
Somebody ran when the attack happened. Didn't leave early, but ran when the attack happened.
Yeah.
All right. So there was Vernon, who's the guy who goes to the
You're
cellar.
muted, Derek.
My bad. There's Vernon, who's the guy who goes to the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
Whiston, who's the one who leaves with his employer. Carlos was the guy who actually helped you in combat.
Yeah.
And then there's Jurgen and Guthrie, who were still there the whole time, but they basically panicked and freaked out when Skaven showed up. And
Yeah.
I think they ran off right away.
I think one of them made it out and one of them died to a Skaven.
That might be.
Do we want Griff talking to one of them, or were we going to capture this guy when he came upstairs? Was the other thing.
I think maybe this time we should capture him when he comes up the stairs.
Okay, Griff can help me with that if you want to. I don't know what you want to do, and then
I'll be telling stories. You guys be locking up the downstairs,
okay.
or follow him into the kitchen. And when he comes up, did he come
Then
up?
we'll close everything off. Do what?
Did he come up the very first time, or was it just Skaven? We don't know, do we?
You guys didn't really notice any of it until after the Skaven came up. So whether or not, you don't really know what he did. You didn't even know he was gone, really. At the point afterwards, you knew he wasn't there, and the leader guy wasn't there.
But he has been banging on the door wanting to be let out.
Yes, every time that you've locked it down there. And then he dies horribly.
Yeah, you guys should let him out and then lock the door again, I guess.
Yes.
So he comes back up. Are you like standing there? Or you just wait until after he comes back out of the kitchen, or what's your?
Can you switch us to that map for a moment? Oh, we did. Okay.
No,
No, you did. Where are the stairs or the cellar at on this?
I've been saying back here. I'll put like a tile on.
Okay. I don't know that there's really a place to hide from him. To wait till after he gets up and then grab him, but that's kind of what I guess. I guess Griff, stand right outside that door.
Yeah.
And then I'll be kind of in here and watching, and when he comes up, I'm blocking him from this door and be like, hey, we need to have a word.
The door behind him.
Be the Sangermarsh icon there. He comes up. There's still, staff and whatever around the kitchen, but he comes up and if you're up there, put yourself up there. Hans is not here.
What is that?
Oh wait,
Looks like Zangarmarsh.
Hold, it is. I had a WoW token pack, so I needed an image. The other people had left about the same time he was getting up to go to the kitchen, though. So was Dirk following them, or?
Yes.
So
Hopefully.
We'll get to Dirk in a minute, but we'll do this first. All right, so Trent's kind of over there, and Griff's in the door.
Huh?
All right, he comes up, not stealthy at all, but trying to be. The kitchen staff kind of glance at him, but ignore him because it ain't their place.
He needed surgery. Dying might actually sound like a better option.
What?
We're hearing
No, but
Andrew's audio.
It was themely. Dying might sound like a better option. Anyway, he comes up. What do you do?
Let him walk a bit more towards the door and be like, we need to talk. Griff, grab him, and then
Well, the surgeons were poking.
Grab him
over
with
as
my
well,
blunderbuss.
just
Or-
threaten him with it for the moment.
Okay. I guess I closed these kitchen doors so that we're inconspicuous.
Okay.
I also like that Griff has no idea what's really going on, but he wouldn't care at all.
There are
Just keep him
some
here
staff
for a
in
moment.
there with you. Guys, like, what are you doing? Get out of my way. Or you were pointing your blunderbuss at him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then he's like, what's going on?
And
Can
while
I
they're
shoot him
doing
now?
that, I'm gonna try and push some of the stuff onto the trapdoor real quick.
Sure.
You should make him do that. He would be motivated.
There is a lock on it. I think you can do too. Well, I guess you would. Like, I'm sure they lock it so that people can't get in there when they shouldn't.
Oh,
Sure.
they got cinnamon rolls.
But I guess that would be like a padlock or something. So you'd have to
Okay.
unlock it if you wanted. But either way, sure, you've secured it.
Okay.
He's looking a little uncomfortable and puts his hands up.
So you want to tell us what you're doing down there?
The rest of the staff are all giving very concerned looks.
It's okay, we're authorized.
Was looking for more wine.
And yet you come up empty-handed?
Yeah,
and why
I
would
mean,
you be looking for wine?
If
That'd
you
be on
didn't,
the staff to
if
do.
you didn't know he was lying, he actually managed to tell that lie pretty well. But
I kind of believe him. even though the Silver Blades are scum.
Well, that's where I especially go. Shouldn't you have sent staff down to do that? What were you doing down there?
I like to do it myself. Okay, now that doesn't make any sense, but yeah. You're not going to shoot me in front of all these people.
If you run, if you run, he will.
I don't know.
So
if
Griff
you're
is.
truth. I think you are. Let's see.
Griff is so happy in character because Trent's like, you can totally shoot this guy, and he doesn't really understand why, but he doesn't care.
He got a -6 success levels on his intuition test. He thinks you're bluffing, unless Griff is trying to be intimidating right now. I'm not really sure what Griff's demeanor is, or if Griff's just happy.
Griff is just all of a sudden seems really happy. I don't know how he would read that.
Yeah, he actually starts walking.
How would he interpret somebody who would be happy to shoot him in the face?
Yeah, I don't know, but he failed. He failed his interpretation roll, so he is moving forward like he means to push past Griff. Not like
I've got to shoot him.
Okay.
Gauntlet's drawn. Or whatever.
You get a +40 because he did not actually expect you to pull the trigger, and you're point blank.
Oh, I better re-roll that.
No, you should take that. It'd be great.
Streets of Tombstone. Propaganda. They were in their Sunday.
Better, warmer. I probably didn't put any bonuses in.
This was gonna be
90.
Bad, but sure, let's go with it.
All the
so
staffs,
five. That's all.
All the staff scream and go running. You blast him. Griff does not. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I see. It doesn't like me doing battle with people who aren't on the combat tracker, apparently. Whatever. You blast him. It's not enough to kill him, but he goes staggering backwards. Not even wearing armor. He's just a big, tough dude. But I mean, he's close to death after that hit. He's bleeding everywhere. He kind of slumps to the ground a bit. He's like, "What the?" And you hear.
I gotta switch to axe because there's gonna be company any second.
Bernard, yeah. You hear the shot go off. Everybody here at the feast hall kind of looks up sharply. Actually, at this point, it's not dinner. You're all mingling in different groups, as I recall.
Yeah.
Let's cut to Dirk for a minute. Dirk, you were
shadowing
them.
Slight weapons malfunction.
You were shadowing these people, or what were you doing?
Yeah.
All right, give me a stealth. Urban stealth. Okay. So you follow them out to the street. They start walking down the street, and then you're trying to kind of stealthily follow. And not the employer lady, whose name I do not recall. Your name now. Anyone remember it? Probably not.
No.
Liechtenstein.
Okay, ChatGPT will give me a name. Again, Lady Evelina von Drakenberg. All right. She doesn't notice you, but the leader of the Silver Blades does happen to notice you're trailing him, and he gives you kind of a curious glance, and then they both quicken their pace. You still following?
Yeah.
All right. They continue. They turn a corner. You still following?
I think so.
All right. He is waiting for you as you come up on the corner. It's not like he surprise stabs you, because you could have swung a little wide and you knew he saw you and all that. So it's not like he caught you flat-footed or anything. But you come around the corner and he's pretty close, and he's got a dagger out. And his employer's, continues walking off. And he's like, "Let's not follow me any further, Dirk."
Okay.
Leave.
Yeah.
All right. Waits for you to go a bit, and then he'll. Well, you probably don't see, assuming you go back around the corner, which is kind of the expectation there. All right. Anyway, back to the party.
I will lean out the kitchen door and say, "Carlos, come get some."
Carlos, who was already on the way, looks at you, sees Vernon kind of on the ground groaning.
The coolest trend has ever been.
And draws his weapons.
So, question
Weapon, I guess.
The news arrived in England just
from previous cycles. How long was there between usually when we close? So we close it, we wait a while. He comes up and starts pounding because he wants out. Then we hear screams. How long between those two things?
Probably about 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's a big, thick cellar door, and until the screams started, the way it would typically go is he'd be like trying to get it open, but it wasn't until right about the 5-minute mark, you're guessing when the Skaven actually appeared, that he started screaming and really pounding, because he didn't really want to be, you're guessing he didn't want to be noticed, right? But at that point, he didn't care anymore. So the actual loud part of him was about 15 seconds as he's murdered. But anyway, you think you got probably 2 or 3 minutes right now, based on past time frames. Anyway, Carlos is coming at you with a hand axe there, Griff.
Oh, axe fight.
Bernard, I don't know what you're doing, but the other two, are kind of watching, but they're cowards. They don't really want to get any piece of that. In fact, they look like they're thinking about whether or not they want to leave after they look at Griff, calling out Carlos.
I didn't know this was part of the plan, so I'll just kind of keep an eye out, see if I can figure out what's going on without actually running in there.
Trent, I know you. I mean, if you got a Warhammer, you're last, but otherwise, technically, you're first here. If there's anything you want to do. Vernon looks like.
I'm actually just trying to tell everyone, let's just hold on for a minute. Let's everyone calm down.
All right, well. I mean, no one's running at you with pots and pans or anything, but whether or not they're calm, give me a leadership roll. That's what that skill's for, right? Sort of.
Sure.
We'll take it. Yeah, actually, you guys gave Bernard gave such a good speech during the dinner and all that. They are at this point, they assume you have a good reason for what you're doing. So, I mean, they're all worried and alert and not fully trusting, but they're giving you the benefit of the doubt at the moment. The people in this room, anyway. All right. Griff, Carlos is, on his way to you, but he's not there yet. You want to wait for him, or do you want to go meet him?
I can wait here.
All right. He comes. You get to go first, then. Assuming you're attacking.
sort this out.
He's got a big old smile on his face.
Good.
The governor of Arizona.
I don't even think he's that.
Oh, that's not so good.
You
But
just
I'll let
keep
it stand.
All right. Well, he wasn't so good
Uh-oh.
either, so you hit him in the head.
Just by a little bit.
Just by a little.
But in the head. His
So he
head
comes-
also loses one armor level.
It didn't have any. So yeah, he goes running up to you. You manage to, catch him upside the head with your axe. Obviously, it must have been part of the blunt part or something if he's not just dead. But he will, however, now try to murder you. You can roll a defense of oh my god, that was bad.
Well, that's
Yeah,
pretty bad too.
Yeah, well, he rolled a 96, but you have better skills, so
This is the guy the party likes so much.
He was great, last time. Vernon gets to his feet and draws a weapon, but that's all. He doesn't look sure that he knows what he's going to do with it yet, but all right, Bernard, you doing anything? These other guys are, especially after seeing that Carlos isn't doing well, they are just sort of backing away.
Oh, so the fight's out here? The fight's out in the main room now?
No. Well,
Okay.
the door opened. Griff opened the door and said, Carlos, come get some. They're fighting right here in this doorway.
Okay.
These other two guys saw what's going on, and now they're just like, we don't want a part of this, and they're headed for the exit. They're not like turning tail and running, but they're definitely like walking backwards towards it.
All right, I'll kind of intercede and say, where are you going?
Griff's gone crazy. He's murdering people. We don't want any part of that.
Were you part of your leader's plan to unleash monsters into this party?
What are you talking about?
Your leader, who is not here right now?
Yeah. That's probably enough for that round.
Okay.
Trent, you do anything?
Vernon's going to grab. I mean, he picked up his weapon and all. Like he's going to go attack Griff in the back.
Hard to say what his intention is. He just got to his feet and pulled a weapon. Like clearly,
fair enough.
He thinks he's going to get murdered, and it might be the case, as it turns out.
I mean, the goal wasn't to murder him just yet, but I'll walk up and be like, "That's probably not a good idea. You really need to stand down."
You have a weapon out, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
I don't have it. I don't have it up like I'm going to hit him, but I definitely have my weapon out and like, you really don't want to do that, sir.
Give me an intimidate roll, straight up, and I'm going to give him a penalty to his. You guys are not rolling well.
You're not intimidating at all, are we?
I gave him -20. Let's see, he was at -4, but you were at -6.
Yeah.
He's trying to size you up, trying to decide if he thinks he can get past you without dying, and you see the calculus going in his head that he thinks he's better off taking his chance.
Just
that worked well the last time.
You didn't think we were going to shoot you. Now you don't think I'm going to kill you?
Well, no, it's more like he thinks he has a better chance in combat than just seeing what happens to him. Griff, it's you.
Tell him he can go down the cellar.
Carlos apparently.
Oh, I'm not. Targeting fell off because I was clicking around like a crazy person.
Carlos has prejudice against city dwellers.
Better, more.
That'll probably hit. Let's see. Oh yeah. Got him in the head again.
It said he won.
Oh, he did. You're right. He rolled an 8. My bad.
Good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. See, Carlos is cool. He'll attack you back. Perhaps you've met your... No, probably not. You can defend.
I've not seen such bravery.
That was
That's-
pretty
that's-
solid defense.
Pretty good too.
Pretty good. All right, they're hacking each. I think you both have axes too. So
Yeah.
it's an axe fight. Vernon looks at Trent. God, what does he have for a weapon? Axe. Give him a check to see if he's going to actually attack or if he's going to try to dodge around you. Yeah, he's going for it. He thinks he can take you. He's dumb. He swings that hand axe at you. Ooh, it is a pretty good shot, though. You can defend. But it's coming in hot. He connected. He had a +5 on his roll. He rolled really well.
Yeah.
You take 3 whole damage after all the soak you got going on, though.
Yep.
He hits you right in the body with it. So he gets a sweet hit in, just brings the axe down heavily on your armor, and just.
Oh, you totally
Press
lose
away.
a point of armor.
You get the clang.
It's not
as,
gonna matter.
Do what? He didn't
Oh.
crit.
Well, no, they have a hack thing, but the hand axe he has apparently doesn't have that on it because I didn't set it up, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Oh.
What a loser.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it just clangs off there, and he looks kind of stunned as
Yeah.
It barely affects you. And now you can retaliate, I guess, if you wish.
Yep.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's pretty
That's
good.
Barely survived the
pretty solid. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Told you. Oh yeah.
Well, it's fine. I think he has a 1 hit point anyway. You did.
He
you did
chose
warn
this.
Him. You did warn him.
Griff has never been so happy.
Yeah, he's dead. Bernard, back to you. Give me an intuition roll.
Intuition?
Yep.
Not like an intimidation or anything?
No. Well, I don't know.
All right.
Well, yeah, maybe you do that too, but give me an intuition first.
All right. I'm not really any good at these.
Well,
Did it roll? Why didn't it roll?
I don't see anything.
Intuition. Roll. Roll. What?
Roll for you.
Oh, there it is.
Hey. They do seem genuinely confused about what's going on, and you're asking them about their leader, and like your impression is they really don't know what's going on.
Okay.
They're saying, "What are you talking about? What do you mean?" Like they don't even understand your question about what.
All right. Where has your leader run off to?
With your past intuition check, you can tell as they kind of look around that they just now realize he did. I don't know, man. I didn't even know he wasn't here. Get out of my way. I'm getting out of here.
Go. I'll let him go.
myself right there.
Jurgen
Don't
runs
let
up.
them go, Bernard.
They're
Go.
stupid. They don't know anything.
Guthrie, on the other hand, stops and he looks at you. He's like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Your leader,
Jurgen's
your
right.
your leader and your patron have set up an attack on this location.
The only one I see attacking anything is Griff. And on that note, that's probably
If you want to go down into the sewers, I'll let you. Apparently, who's the guy that they were going? Hans, Vernon apparently opened a secret passage in the. Oh my God, I'm out of words. I'm sorry.
He didn't open a secret passage. He basically broke a wall into the sewer.
Right. He broke a wall into the sewer from the cellar, letting in some monsters. If you want to go check it out, you can. I would advise against it.
At this point, he starts scoffing, like he doesn't believe you, and starts walking out.
Why don't you come and check it out?
That's enough conversation for that round.
Yeah.
Trent. I just walked past the dude murdering your party members. Check it out. Trent, what are you doing?
Well, if he's
call over to Carlos. Do you know anything about what's going on down in the basement right now? That's all I'll say.
Let me give Carlos a cool check to see if he's even doing anything but focused on combat. You don't think he's really listening to you at the moment.
Fair.
Griff, you're up. He might not have had a chance to respond anyway. The way this... Oh, a 1, huh? It turns out you won that roll, and he fumbled. That crit button.
Oh.
So Carlos is down. Not dead, but he's going to pass out in a moment here. He would have hit a random ally, but there's no one there. Oh, you somehow hit yourself in the face and get stunned. I don't know what all happens there, but basically you take his knee out, he's swinging at you, he twists around, he face plants in the ground, and basically he's passed out. Is how that effectively plays out. All right.
is where the story takes.
Lady Stiegler's demanding to know what the hell's going on.
What was the name of the
Let's
guy
start
that
running out
challenged,
to the street.
what was
Sorry,
the
what?
name of the guy that challenged me? Well, on the way out.
Challenged you?
Yeah, yeah.
Guthrie?
He scoffed at
Guthrie?
me or Guthrie.
I don't know that he
Uh,
challenged you. He
Yeah.
asked you what the hell's going on, and then
Okay.
leave you.
Well, as he scoffs and starts to leave,
Oh yeah.
I'll call him a coward. No wonder they say those things about your group.
Oh damn, Dave. What's your goal? What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm just trying to get him to stick around. I'm not gonna draw on him if I don't have to, but he's swaggering out with this, attitude like he hasn't done something wrong. I'm gonna put a stop to that.
He turns around. He's like, "What'd you say? Who you calling yellow?"
So I don't know the full timing of this, but once Carlos is clearly down, I'm running straight towards the front door, and if he's still in there, I'm running at him. While I'm pulling my pistol out.
Yeah, it's gonna be right around now. So he turns around.
I'll hold up my hand to hopefully try to stop the pistol fire.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm not sure even you notice right now. Your back would be the
Oh, okay.
because the guy had walked around and then you kind of yelled at me. So he turns around. He looks at you. Who are you calling a coward? He's got his hand on his sword.
No, you are
Does
running
he-
from this fight, just like they say about your group.
He says, "Draw your sword," and then right around then, Griff, you can do whatever you were about to do.
Well, I mean, I can't take the shot because Bernard is standing in the way.
I mean, you can move to where you want to be. You've
But
got time.
I'm coming with an axe.
Okay, he's so focused. I rolled a 96 on his cool check to see like if he could resist the taunt. So he's so focused on Bernard that he doesn't even see you coming until you come right around Bernard's shoulder with the axe out.
Oh, Bernard will be so
That
so
might
happy.
be the last thing he sees. Go ahead. I assume you're attacking. Go ahead and attack. I gotta put him in combat.
Man.
He didn't even have his weapon out yet. He was like, he was like trying to, kind of do a semi-honorable duel with Bernard. He wanted to draw first.
Come on, UI. Like the box pops up and immediately goes away. I must have something clicked somewhere.
I can do it.
It won't count if you do it.
Well, you roll a D100 and I'll just put the number in. But that's fine. I'll wait.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That's not going to be dramatic enough for Bernard. We better redo that.
Overkill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 78 instead of an
That's-
87.
That's better. Okay.
Well, I mean, on the plus side.
Well, that's what I have the axe for.
It's only getting a dodge.
I guess that was the axe. That almost hits with the axe.
You still hit because you were at
Yeah.
-0 and he was at -0, and I guess that works. I don't know how it breaks the tie, but not a ton of. Wow, how did he soak 6 of that? That doesn't seem right. What's he wearing? He's just got a real high toughness. Okay. Big tough dude. You hack a little bit of his leather leggings. He will draw his weapon, and as much as he wanted to go for Bernard, he has a new target, so he will attack Griff.
Wyatt's got to steal the sheriff's girlfriend.
Apparently, all he has is a dagger.
All the makings of a disaster.
All right, Griff, you can defend and almost certainly
You
succeed.
can. I'm reloading the page.
Oh,
So
okay,
you can
I'll
roll it.
hit it for you. Yeah, you won. Not by a lot, but you won. Griff comes around Bernard's shoulder, hacks the dude's leg a little bit. It's kind of a glancing blow. He pulls the dagger that he'd had his hand on when he was talking to Bernard, tries to stab at Griff. Doesn't do it. Bernard, honestly, you were probably surprised there. unless you were ready to stab him regardless of what Griff was
No.
doing. But now we would be into the next round, and he is actually way high on the initiative. But let me back up. Trent, when you saw Griff run off, what were you doing? This would be last round. Like I
check
doubt you
on
would have been up there
Carlos.
to attack. Okay, Carlos is like, he'll live. He's not bleeding out,
Okay.
but he is down and out for quite a while. He's effectively unconscious due to hit point loss.
Yeah, I'll start patching him up.
It's very nice of you. All right, this guy's real quick, so he will attack Griff again.
My load-in time for Warhammer lately is real slow. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's all those other things you got going on.
He fumbles. He stumbles. He's so off balance from your charge. You do still have to try to defend though.
Well, let me know how that goes.
I'll roll that. Yeah, sure.
I get a -1 because it's an axe for parry.
It builds that in.
Well, it depends how you're rolling, but that makes sense. I don't know how you roll for people.
Anyway, you blocked his blow. Bernard, you're actually up next. Look what you've done, Dave.
Sorry. I'm kind of just shocked that happened, so I probably just back up. Sounds like
It's like you don't know Griff at all. I'm gonna take Trent out of combat for now. And
That's
if
fine.
Bernard's staying out of it, I'll just take you out of combat too. Unless
Yeah.
I'll leave you in. You might change as things progress here, I guess.
yeah,
Carlos,
if
I'm
Griff
taking out of
starts doing
combat.
poorly.
Andrew, I assume you're attacking him.
Uh-huh.
All right. What for you? You rolled a 99.
Wow.
You wanna?
That's a fumble. I have 3 things left. I'll use the third.
All right. Where do you guys do that from?
Just to right-click on the box. But one of them I was manually rolling, so it wouldn't have subtracted total, which is probably not going to matter, but who knows?
That way better. All right. This was you attacking, right? You're whittling him down, but he's a pretty tough dude, so you're having trouble landing solid blows on him. He's going to attack you back. Defending. Let me know once you need to start rolling again. You've parried him. Basically, he has not been able to land a blow on you, and you're slowly chipping away at him. Is this just the continuation? Is everybody just watching this happen? Because I can
Yeah.
go back and forth pretty quick here.
Yeah, I'm just watching.
Yeah.
Griff again. Is it loaded for you, Andrew?
I mean, the background and everything loads, but none of the active elements load.
All right, you got a 21. That's a pretty good hit. I assume you're keeping that.
Sounds good.
He was a good guy.
Got a good hit on him there. At this point, like, if he even thought he could talk you out of this, he'd probably try to stop fighting. But, I mean, you seem like a crazed dude, so he continues attacking. Parry a really terrible swing on his part. He, again, does not manage to connect to you. Just for reference, at this point, you have 6 advantage. Do you want to use any?
For 72 hours.
I
You get a
mean,
plus 50 to your roll.
it does.
Or you could go twice.
Yeah, we'll go twice for 4. Well,
He rolled a 1. He parried that one. But then
Good
you
job.
use your bonus attack.
all part of my plan to not be able to see the game.
And you got a 72 versus 72 on that one. Do you want to reroll it or keep it? You're at a plus
No, we
0.
can keep it. He doesn't seem like he can do anything. So
He parried
just keep
both of
it.
those. Well, I mean, had those gone the
Wow.
other way, he would have hit you twice now.
Well, that's not how it feels from Griff's point of view.
I mean, it's absolutely true. But... And then he rolled a 98 to attack you. So.
Hey, I should get one of those,
You
criticals
guys-
or whatever.
You guys just spent an entire round not hitting each other at all.
I hope we're destroying a lot of. I hope I'm destroying a lot of like wall and stuff.
Furniture.
Well, I'm sure you guys at least knocked that suit of armor over and probably put some wrens in the tapestry hanging there. Assuming no one else is still going, we're gonna find out how long it takes Griff to kill this guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Because this has long-lasting consequences. I don't know. Griff could die, I suppose. Be embarrassing for him. And it would become
pretty
canon.
funny.
Sort of. I'm starting to see that a 5 toughness is pretty sweet, though. Holy cow. You were having a hard time actually damaging him.
Europe's had some
A what?
high places.
He's got a 5 toughness plus some armor, so he's soaking a lot.
You see,
Yeah, I got a 4 toughness. So yeah.
be in jail. That's because
Can't believe no one's defensively crit each other yet.
Bernard, stand by him so I get +20.
Griff, you keep swinging. You chipped away it again. He didn't manage to hit you again.
What a dick.
He just attacked himself because I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Because it still didn't load for you. Should have assigned your guy to like Dave or something so he could roll it. Or Rocco.
You want me to roll for him? I'll roll for him.
Well, in a minute, but actually this might be it. He just got an 18, so I think it's
Sounds exciting.
Be over. No, he had a good roll that time too.
Wow.
He's at 1 hit point. This is his last chance probably to murder you.
He should surrender so that I can kill him.
Yeah, I think he can see by the look in your eye that's not happening. Alright, he missed you again. And I assume you're still not here.
Uh-huh.
Alright, you have another 4 advantage. Do you want to pump it all in one awesome hit?
Sure.
All
Let's do that.
Is there a way to do that? Plus 30? Yeah, there it is.
Type it in.
Advantage on the left. Yeah.
I think this is the one. Alright. You finally beaten through his defenses. You land your axe into his chest, and he takes 4 bleeding conditions and dies in a minute here, or less. Probably less. Probably way less. You were victorious against the man who.
Where are the rest of them?
They're gone. At this point, as you are clearly a crazy person, a lot of the other party goers are backing away from your party. Trent's previous work to try to calm everyone down, make this seem okay. No, you guys definitely seem like the aggressors right now.
The Silver Blades were up to a dastardly plot. We have stopped it.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, no, definitely. You can tell if you stay here, you're gonna get arrested or whatever.
Thanks, Griff. Lots of help.
We stopped him.
Well, now we're never going to know why they did it because you killed this guy. Didn't know anything. I don't think the Carlos knew anything.
Listen,
it was
if you
what's
would
his
get
name?
Griff on in the loop after he gets this
Who
out of his
cares
system for a
why
few
they did
weeks.
it? We stopped him.
We need to know why they did it.
Great party, by the way.
Every time.
We can't get Griff in the loop. We haven't found the dagger, or we haven't waited long enough to get the dagger just to do that.
Hey, you've had plenty of opportunities.
No,
I mean, not the last 2 days, but
it's been more than 2 days, I think.
he's always just like,
No.
I'm out of here, you guys.
These last
You're like,
two-
okay. Yeah, no, these last
Yeah,
two.
these last 2. This one and the previous one, Hans has screwed it up. The 2 before that, we just didn't bother.
All right. Give me the highlights of what you're doing here before the night ends, because for sure, if you stick around here, you're spending the night either arrested or fighting guards until you.
Sure. I guess we go. Hopefully, see. The Dirk got out because Hans let him out. Maybe we can find.
Well, hold on. Right now, we go try to find Dirk to see how it went for him tailing the leader.
Right.
He's probably like right outside at this point when you guys are leaving.
Where did they go?
That's UL.
I mean, they were on to me, and I did not like. They pulled a knife, and I was not able to follow them very far. Only got a couple of blocks, and I mean, they, even though I thought I was well concealed, they were absolutely looking for tails.
All right.
Well, we stopped them in here. They're all taken care of. Now they
Well,
won't be able to try these dastardly plots again.
Now, do we know Rudy's dead, or is that not something we know at this point?
I don't believe we know that
no,
because I
someone
think
knows.
Adam.
Someone
Then
knows.
I
Griff
would.
knows. Griff
No,
knows.
hold on. How does Griff know?
No, he was
Adam
alive at the
killed
barracks.
him.
Adam killed him in his house.
Yeah,
And
we
then
don't
he killed
know.
No,
himself.
you're right. I'm not thinking of Rudy. I'm thinking.
So we're gonna go
Jonas.
try to find Rudy so we can find the dagger so we can get,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you
Uh,
would expect right now his body would be in the rubble. Well, no, you wouldn't because
What rubble?
yeah, right, because yeah, exactly. You're right.
Well, actually, hold on.
Um,
That's actually a good question. In these cases where Hans breaks that part of the loop.
No, there's no explosion that night.
Okay.
Okay, where are you looking for Rudy?
Well, I guess we would hightail it to the wharf, but be kind of confused since there's no explosion.
Well, we know he's not going to show up at the wharf. Well,
we don't
I don't
know
really
that,
know
do
that.
we?
Well, Dirk's not there anymore, which means you don't know for sure. You're not sure. He could have still been there for other reasons.
Yeah.
But Dirk's been gone since more than even the second check-in.
Sure, yeah. Well, we could backtrack. We could go to the wharf and then backtrack to his house. I don't know. I don't know
Sure.
his motions or movements or anything.
Yeah, we can try that.
On the way there,
Did after he killed him, he just left, right?
Oh, he killed himself.
No, that was a different
No,
night.
I came back to you guys after I was.
So were you at the party with us?
Well,
No, I killed my. I was like, nah, I'm good, and I shot myself.
Oh, you did. You
I
did it
did
again?
murder suicide.
Yeah.
Where'd you do it? Back in your room or what?
Wherever I met up with the guys. After.
Did you tell us that Rudy is dead?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You
When?
Hold on. You killed him like around 2, right? was
There was a
midday.
fight at
Yeah.
the barracks, and then he came
okay.
back.
Okay. Yeah, I guess yeah. I guess you already know he's dead. He just didn't feel like coming to the party and he was out. There's a whole hubbub yeah, that was probably the talk of the park. Well, I don't know. Depends where he did
Griff
it.
is a little bit curious what their dastardly plots were, but not that curious.
I feel like the party would have gone a little differently if everyone knew Rocco blew his brains out. So maybe Griff didn't know or something. Maybe Rocco just went off to the bridge and did it there. You tell me. Just do it in the middle of the boarding house or what?
No, I'll do it my. Yeah.
You should find that
My
guy.
house.
That guy that kept yelling at you for climbing buildings and breaking in places, and get your brain matter on him.
That'll show him.
Well, I mean, I guess Griff and anyone else would already know Rocco was dead then, because they would have heard the gunshot and gone and investigated.
All right.
But whatever.
Well, then I guess the only thing we need to do before the end of the night is decide what to do the next day. I am pretty sure that we've exhausted almost every effort to find the dagger previous to his third visit. Can anybody think of anything else that we might be able to do, or do we just want to get it from him on his way to the third visit?
Well, we don't know where he picks it up from is the problem, and
Right.
unfortunately Hans keeps breaking the loop the last couple times.
Well, maybe he won't this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give
But
you a
since
spoiler.
Rocco-
he won't the next time. So go
But
ahead.
since
Dirk-
Rocco won't divulge any of his plans until after they failed.
I tell you
and
what
he
I'm doing in the
suicides.
morning.
Can't talk. You're dead.
I'm the ghost of Rocco is speaking.
For the purposes of us planning right now what we want to do for the next loop, you've already checked out.
You guys are wasting your time at a party that doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
It'll matter the time that we finish this mess.
When we finally break the loop, everything you've done during the day that's awful is going to continue
We're
on.
not breaking it today, I could tell.
You hope not.
I'm gonna maybe not go back to the barracks for bedtime tonight.
Yeah, it's probably smart. In
Yeah.
fact, you guys
But
probably don't want to go to the boarding house tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
not
gonna
so
get
much.
myself a room somewhere nondescript.
Yeah, that's fine.
While I walk around in my Bretonian armor.
They only need to not find you for about the next 3 to 4 hours. So
I think they'll probably find me in my Bretonian armor. But that could be its own kind of fun
well, yeah.
that I can have in my head.
Yeah.
And Griffith will be absolutely convinced he's innocent. They absolutely had it coming because Trent wouldn't have let him do this if it wasn't totally legit. But he has no idea why. He can't explain any of it.
They were probably behind Rocco's death somehow.
We're trying to kill you.
They drove
We're trying to
Rocco
get you in the
suicide.
loop.
All right, well, Dirk wakes up tied to a chair, but Hans doesn't come that morning. That seems to be around noon when Hans comes. He didn't come today. Rocco, what are you doing this time?
Hey, how'd the party go, guys? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, actually.
We know that we know of only 2 people that are involved with the attack. Well, the patron, the captain, and the one that actually goes down in the cellar. Everyone else has no idea what's going on.
Guilty by association.
Probably, but
I'm going to Rudy's house.
Yep.
What
time?
The third time.
Dagger. Do you know where the dagger is?
No, I don't know where the dagger. Rudy doesn't know where the dagger is.
Or he's not.
All right. So
Or
you're
he's-
going to be there before he goes to the warehouse the third time. And you know he has it when he leaves the house that time. That's the time.
I'm
frame.
going into his house the third time, waiting for him.
Okay, before he gets there. So like
Before he gets there.
All right. How are you getting it?
So we're going to have to
Anyway.
wait till tomorrow to actually get the dagger.
Hey, give me another stealth roll. Maybe you're better this time. Meanwhile, anyone else doing anything interesting that day before?
You guys can come with me, you know.
Since we're not getting the dagger today.
Yeah, the guy comes out, yells at you again, goes the same way. You know.
All right. I
Yeah,
trust him. He's
you got
legit.
this. Yeah, it seemed okay. Worked out last time. I guess the other time was a different time of day.
I mean, if he killed himself 45 minutes later, it's hard to know for sure.
No, it's noon, so we have to. I'm going to go save Camilla or Chrysanthemum, whatever her name is.
Okay.
Cordelia.
Yeah. You guys
Cordelia.
do the thing with the crossbow. She jumps out the window. Yep. Okay.
Bounces off a windowsill.
And Rocco's solo at Rudy's at 6 p.m.
Apparently.
Okay.
We're at the party by then, right?
They just really love this party.
I guess. It's the only thing that matters.
Like I said, as soon as
You have to get the dagger.
Listen,
You
Not
can
gonna
take.
help finding the
you know
dagger.
how to get the dagger.
So you can absolutely take Griff to do these kinds of things, and he'll do whatever you want him to do.
Dirk gets the dagger. We could find out where it comes before instead of killing Rudy every time and making it impossible to get the dagger that time through.
all right. 6 p.m.
Yep.
Rudy comes in. Give me a stealth roll plus 20. Assuming you're behind the door again.
I am behind the door again.
All right.
With
Your
my pistol
plus
out.
20 is to hopefully position better. Well, you know, he still notices you upon closing the door.
Okay.
You do notice there is a dagger in his sheathed in his belt, though.
All right. I bust him in the arm again.
Okay, go ahead and shoot. You're at plus 40. Let me drop him on the spot.
My map is dark. I don't know if that's why I can't target him. Like, it's darker than
Oh,
it should be.
Darker than it should be, or completely black?
It's not completely black. It's just like the whites are a gray
Let
color.
me unassign your character and like reassign it. Maybe there's something weird. Hey, really? Like, are you looking at the feast hall right now?
Yeah.
But it's gray.
It's not gray. It's just darker. I'll show you.
That's weird. I don't know.
It's
It
like
almost looks like there's
low
like an
light or
overlay on
something
it or
like that.
something.
It looks like it has actual lighting on it almost.
Well, I just turned the lighting off and then back on, or
Implicated ice
the other way around. But
Yeah. that-
whatever. If you're able to target him, who cares?
Now,
I cannot target him.
Dude, what the? Control F5? Or do you take like an hour to load too?
Nope. Well, I haven't before. Oh, there it goes. Now it's bright. Now I can target him. All's well.
Yeah. Bright power.
Right power. You get plus 40.
Oops.
You might need to
Okay.
load your gun. I don't know.
Yeah. This is the current.
In him that they were robbing.
Combat.
Shoot him with the same bullet. That's crazy.
Let me get Griff out of there. He doesn't get credit for this kill.
I was standing next to give a bonus.
Oh,
Bang.
if you shoot, were you shooting? Oh, uh-oh. You just crit him in the head. Okay, well. So, he's alive, but you blasted him right in the head, and I don't know. It went through like somehow it went through his eye socket without killing him.
Well,
Because, you know, this is
What
this
was
is
what was
RPG
the
and that
critical?
happens. Black eye.
so
Oh, we
So
didn't get
blow
to
your
see
eye
it.
leaves tear and much pain. Gain 2 blinding conditions.
Okay.
I'm going to treat that as a more permanent blinding. Yeah, he doesn't even know what's going on. He goes down, like he collapses to the ground, screaming and covering his eye.
I scream back. Tell me where you got this dagger now.
Give me an intimidate, but I mean, you're probably going to win. It's like a 99 or something. Good enough. He seems confused for a second. He can't see anything. He's got his eye covered, screaming, and he's like, "What day?" And then he's like, "Oh!" He pulls it off his belt and like it's sheathed, and he chucks it at your feet. He's like, "Take it."
Where did this come from?
Okay, one of my guys gave it to me. They got it off. They found it today in a alley fight or something, and it looked expensive.
Which alley and when?
I don't know. I don't know, man. He's like screaming in pain. It was like, ask Dieter. Dieter's the one who found it.
Do I know who Dieter is?
One of the guards. You
Okay.
like know of him from your time on the watch.
I guess.
All right, that only took like a week. We're on our way to the next quest.
Now we have to follow Dieter for 5 days.
What are you doing with Rudy here, who's had the fight taken out of him a little bit?
I guess I've just put him out of his misery. Not with the black dagger. With my own dagger.
That would have been a whole thing. All right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll. He's blinded and in pain and whatever. You're getting good at murdering Rudy. You've done it way more than Griff has. All right, you've got the dagger. It's about 6 p.m. Your fellows are at the party, apparently.
We're ahead of schedule.
Except for Dirk, who might just be there all night now. I don't really know what's going to happen with Dirk.
Well, once we can get the dagger, we don't need him.
I go to the party.
All right, you're at the party. You show up. You probably wash the blood off yourself first. I don't know. It's up to you.
Change clothes, hopefully.
I wrap the dagger up in cloth.
All right, you're at the party. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Guys, I got it. I know where it came from.
What?
I tell him the story.
Okay.
Okay.
At the table?
We gotta follow this Dieter guy.
Like at the dinner table?
Like, hopefully not.
So it'd be hard to have this conversation privately at dinner, but in like an hour when everybody's in mingled groups, then you could.
Does it matter?
No, you could totally have
really
it
matter.
That's up to
publicly.
you. That's up to you.
Rocco does not care. He's just telling him straight up in
Yeah.
front of everybody.
Are you just standing there, or do you like sit down and start eating, or?
Yeah, I'll take a bite. Why not?
All right. So everybody's listening as you say what exactly?
He's got the dagger, and
I
we
caught
gotta
up with Rudy. I got the dagger off of him.
I shot him in the head, and then I stabbed him to death. But I got the dagger.
Exactly.
So most people here don't know who Rudy is, at least in the they wouldn't pick up any context from it. So Bernard just got done telling this wonderful tale of your exploits, and the hostess lady's like, Rudy, who's that? Like, she's excited to hear, who you were just tussling with, because surely it was a bad person, right?
Oh, the worst. No one liked him. I did the world a favor.
Griff, you know who he is talking about.
Uh-huh. Do any of the Silverblades know who he is?
Like, if you gave his full name or some context, but just...
We barely know his first name.
There's plenty of people called Rudy, so if you just come in, you're like, I killed Rudy, like, no one's gonna know who you're talking about.
So do you watch guys know who Dieter is? Name ring a bell?
Yeah.
You're all familiar with him, like,
Yeah.
no one's friends with him.
Oh, okay. All right, we just got to figure out what he's up to today. Then I pull up my pistol and point it at my head.
He wanted the judge to hear the truth.
You fire?
No.
Oh, okay.
We could use your help with that.
Yeah, we'll meet up tomorrow morning.
We need to do something else. We need to take that dagger to someone who can help us see what it does.
Yeah, to the wizard man.
All right, here, take it. I'm gonna hang out here.
Take it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you should go down into the
You should
wine
go
cellar.
down into the sewers, find them off yourself.
When he goes down in the wine cellar, you should just go with him and be like, "It's cool."
Cool, I'm ready. Let's do this.
I'm gonna help the Skaven today. See how far they can get. Why not?
Just falling down. Do you know you're actually releasing Skaven? Is that right? Do you?
No, I'm not doing that.
All right. What are you guys doing?
You know, Bernard, I thought you told one hell of a story, but man, Rocco's story was amazing.
Yeah, everyone seems confused a little about Rocco's story, but the party just sort of moves on.
That's okay.
Like, he showed up late. They think maybe he's just drunk, and they're all a little concerned when he aims a gun at his head, but then he puts it away. And
All right. We want to make sure that the when what's his name comes back up, somebody's there to just lock it behind him. That's what I want to do.
After he leaves.
Yeah, let him keep.
Right.
When he goes downstairs and breaks something open, we'll leave. When he leaves, we'll go back in there and just lock it up and see what he does.
So he ends up leaving the party. Like, he just kind of makes his way out. No one really notices because no one wanted to talk to him in the first place, and everyone's in their little social circles. Like, it's
Okay.
easy enough for him to just leave, and no one knows or cares.
All right. We'll tell him. Tell one of the kitchen staff. There's a problem in the basement. Don't open it.
Okay, sir.
We think there's
Your past
Yes,
experiences, that'll work long enough. Like, it worked
Yeah,
for about
so-
20 minutes.
So in the previous loop, I guess I don't know if we had to run out that quickly. After the 5 minutes from the time Vernon came up, did we ever actually hear anything? Did the Skaven try to get out?
You heard some pounding on the cellar, probably around the time Griff was finishing the Guthrie.
Okay.
And it abated after a moment.
okay. We'll kind of wait for that, and hopefully the kitchen staff isn't too freaked out by that.
I mean, it's the same as any other night, really. Less bad because when they finally open it, there's no body there, and they're just like, "Oh, okay." And
Okay.
then they
You'll have a hole in
eventually
your cellar.
later they come up and they're like, "Hey, there's a hole down there. Like, what's going on? That wasn't there before." But
Yeah.
no one's overly concerned, other than, "Oh, we better get that patched up right away."
Yep. All right.
And then they keep the cellar door locked after that.
I think we need to go to the see the wizard tonight.
Sage?
What wizard?
The sage.
Sage or wizard? Okay.
Sage. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
You have 10 gold.
Oh, the sage. What sage?
The sage we're gonna go see. Come on.
Did I know that I needed
Oh,
to get 10 gold out
okay.
for today? I don't know that I did. So
You might need an emergency 10 gold. Yeah, it's probably hard to get to a bank right now.
Yeah. Could we impress upon our hosts the need for an emergency fund?
Well, let me figure out what happens with Dirk for a second. So Rudy never shows up. Then there's commotion outside. Rudy doesn't call the guys out there anymore. Dirk, I think that guard never ends up leaving your room like he does in all the other timelines. So you're like, huh, it's got to be getting pretty close to explosion time. And then here I am tied up to the chair still. Do you just kind of accept your fate, or are you doing anything about it? Because you don't think it'll end well for him right here.
I mean, yeah. There's always tomorrow, right?
All right. So yeah, eventually an explosion comes, and you and Castor were in there. I think it's Castor. Yeah, that's it. Goes black. Next day, you wake up tied to a chair. But in the meantime, actually, if you guys are just going to the sage, I'll stop there. Gives me more time to prep that a little bit.
Okay.
Better answer.
okay.
But it sounds like your plan for the end of the cycle, end of the loop day, is talk to him. Oh well, you need money.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have time to think about before next
Do
week
we?
how you might get
We
that.
really need money.
I mean, yeah.
I've
Do you
got-
really need money? There's lots of ways to get that info.
Got about
I can
got about 8 gold in holes. But I'd hate to establish that it's been stolen by rolling back.
It's funny because Dirk absolutely.
Unless it was stolen today.
Go raid Rudy's stash.
That'd be great. That'd just be one more thing to add to the pile of stuff that happens.
He did have a go bag and money. He must have some money.
He had about 2 gold.
That's not that much. What a loser.
No, he needs more. That's his whole thing today, is he's trying to find the money that Dirk partially took from him.
I heard Dirk didn't take anything from him.
Hans
I heard it was
started-
all that Hans guy.
Hans has like 30 gold to blow every day. It's great. He's living large. All right, well, we'll stop there. I'm gonna give
Well,
out.
I'm gonna check my holes, I guess. Hole number 4.
Okay.
Hole number 4 has 3 gold and 8 silver, and hole number 3
Uh-oh.
is gone unless
Much
I can
that.
reroll for that. But I don't think I should be able to.
I mean, yeah, no, probably that's a weird one.
Yeah, that's 2 gold, 48 silver.
It's okay. Today's the day it disappeared.
Yeah, it might have been. I can check
Maybe,
it in.
maybe it'll be there if you check earlier in the day.
Yeah, I'll make a note.
Maybe Rudy knew about that one.
But that's almost 4 gold. I don't know what everybody else did.
Yeah, non-bank gold is what you'd be looking for right now.
What time is it when I've checked this area? Like
This
10
is-
p.m. or something?
Like 9 p.m. probably. It really depends how long you stay at the party, since it doesn't get disrupted early.
Yeah, it wasn't all that much fun. It was pretty interesting in that one point, though.
But it kind of sounds like once Rocco shows up, the party is looking for an excuse to leave to go do their stuff.
My
After-
other holes are
after
much
the day
older and just have like 10 silver each. I'm not even going to bother checking those.
Well, no one else said anything. We'll worry about that next week. About some XP. Griff, you cannot spend it.
Unbeknownst to Griff, Griff's hidey hole number 3 is also Rudy's hidey hole number 3.
All right, the rest of you can spend XP, but not Griff. And again, don't spend it on like physical attributes like strength, endurance, toughness, whatever. But you can spend it on physical skills like athletics or whatever. Even though probably that's muscle memory, and I don't know how that would work in a time loop. We'll just go with it. Maybe not like consume alcohol. I don't know. Use your judgment. You feel like you have a justification for why it would carry between loops, good enough for me. I have too many maps, and it's causing problems with load times.
All right. Well, see you guys.
See ya.
Good day.
Yep. I'm off as well.
Later.